All right, hey, so I was playing with Roleplaying Public Radio. We're playing Base Raiders, Gate 9.
Good night.
The last session, they dealt with Idealville, which turned out to...
Oh, I missed that one?
Yeah, you missed that one.
You were lost in the library.
So American Pharaoh will deal with your addiction problem in a little bit.
I needed more problems.
You resolve it, all right? That was what you did. You had some downtime. But yeah, in the last session, they went to Idealville. Bill's character, the Finkel, he found out more about the ideal infrastructure. Basically, not even money laundering at this much as smuggling in raw materials from asteroid mining operations. So, Idealville was the center of the operation, and it's being and through a series of convoluted actions, they made a deal.
Where does helium-3 come from?
We took over.
There's actually more raw iron ore in that kind of thing. But they made a deal with Herbert, I believe.
I can't
the ideal accountant.
Yeah,
and Herbert gave them 2 new leads. And in exchange for them hooking them up with the underground or with the black market, so they could manufacture and sell super soldier drugs directly, so they don't have to. Yep. They saved the town through drug dealing. So
drug dealing and a weird beatdown in a gym.
Yeah, there was that. There was some people not
Wait,
happy.
was Ideal Town the pray away the superpowers place?
No, that's Meteor Island.
Okay.
Idealville was just a town that named itself Idealville.
Do we need to go there, Caleb?
You could do that. That is.
Wouldn't mind murdering those people.
Yeah. That's more of like do-gooding rather than pursuing the 3 base.
Either their fictional counterparts or their
It's a prison.
real inspiration. So I mean, take your pick.
If you watch God Bless America, it's on Netflix. I feel like you should watch that movie.
Probably shouldn't.
The current leads right now are the Mars Magitech base, which you have access to now thanks to a teleporter in Idealville, because it was an ideal facility. There's also the Warbot Arena, which it has the psychic nanotech documentation, but since Vincent, Aaron's character, is currently, we'll just say, doing legal work to help launder money for Idealville.
Wow.
Yeah. He doesn't fucking show up. He does boring shit, all right?
I was going to assume that he was just playing with his miniature tower.
He could be playing with his miniature.
Of ghost phrasing. His haunted nanotech.
Let's see here.
All right.
Then the other lead is the other base you're aware of is the Dudlund Mansion, which is in Scandinavia, Sweden, and is supposed to be another front for smuggling off-world resources into Earth for the use of the ideal. Supposed to be more magical. So, but yeah, Mars has information about all things ideal and magical, including Logos, the spirit that let's see here, Saul, Dr. Saul is connected to.
Gombert.
Yes.
We have the stupidest name.
Gombert or Gombert?
You chose them. Don't let me.
I know. It was just an observation.
All right.
Not a judgment. I am on top of the list.
Most superheroes have pretty horrible
Trey.
names.
Well, he calls himself.
I didn't go with Clint, okay?
Yeah. So, those are the 3 bases you have leads on, aside from Meteor Island. You also know there's a big event coming up in Chicago, connected to the time of change, of the reign of
Right,
chaos.
there's going to be a big protest.
Yeah. About non-human rights and that kind of thing. So, yes. And so let's go back to the library of all things, of all memories, of all kinds of people. The extra-dimensional magical library and, super high-tech civilization-ending technology library. And where American Pharaoh was trying to come to terms with their psyche. And so, while they were dealing with Idealville, you did sort of take over the place, and how is your reign? And you kind of stabilized yourself. So how you can tell me how do you think that process worked out? Everyone else there, the memory recovery network, was pretty fragmented after you kicked out the guy with the blue scepter, and so you were left in charge. No one else was, but you realized, of course, you're kind of used to being addicted to superpowered things at this point. So. Your tolerance has built up, so your addiction wasn't as bad or as extensive as, and you've already been delving in other
nothing
people.
compared to mainlining the Egyptian afterlife with
Exactly.
hallucinogenic USA drugs.
Exactly. So it didn't take you long to get over it.
Oh, you're hooked on weed?
Yeah.
So is Train becoming
That's cute.
Is Train turning to the Hunter S. Thompson of superpower addictions or something? Or
More like the MK Ultra subject.
okay.
I will say that I started weaning people off of their, memory habits, and then, trying to start a support group, I guess. Kind of like us, kind of like the Gate 9 folk.
Yeah.
In the waiting room, before bad choices were made. Just trying to wean you off and, saying that you're probably pretty powerful because you're infused with the memories of all these dead civilizations. You could probably get a pretty good job if we left this pocket dimension.
Do you have any sort of social skills?
Former godhead?
Well, you could use that on the dudes,
Yeah.
which is about half of them, I'll just say.
I'll give that a shot.
All right.
Nope. That's a big no. I'll
that's it.
roll a fate, I guess.
Well, what was your total roll?
-1.
-1. Well, it's at superhuman tier, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, they're normal people, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not as effective as it could be, but it's effective enough to convince the majority of them. Not all of them. So there are still some, and that's you convince about, I'll say, 35-40% of them to go altogether with that skill check. Most of the dudes have left, but again, it doesn't work on ladies and non-humans. So, what are you going to do for the rest of them?
I guess I'll just get a tarp,
Okay.
sort of lay them down on it, and go dragging them through the stacks.
Okay.
I don't know.
You could tell them to open up a portal back to the Memory Recovery Network has access to essentially a dimensional gate in New York because they paid base raiders to open up a gate here so they could go back and forth.
Yeah, I guess because it's in order to read memories, you have to physically hook things into your spine. They have some sort of Wi-Fi. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll let them connect on their little Wi-Fi and just throw them in a net or something and physically drag them from the building.
Yeah.
And then we can worry about removing it when we're out of range or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could just kick everyone out. You could just evict everyone from the pocket dimension.
I'm doing that.
Okay. With your super strength, that's easy. You don't even have to roll. And you spend the week essentially scouring the place to make sure you don't leave everybody. There are some people who really try to hide from you, so it took you a while.
I have mummies looking with me.
Oh, yeah. The mummies aren't great, but they're there. So eventually you get everybody.
They make a good grid.
Of course, you have no way of sealing this dimension off from the other, so it's only a matter of time before they get access to it again. But they've spent a lot of money in order to get there in the first place, and so they'll have to raise more money in order to. So you bought yourself some time, and you have, and you if you can, and once you leave. You actually leave with them, so you wind up in New York briefly, and and you have to get your way back to Chicago. But with your jewelry, that's not too expensive to do, or not too long.
There's a blinged out bus driver
Yeah,
on the New York-Chicago route.
In other news, precious metals and jewelry have crashed.
yeah. There's a bit of a bust as you're just hitting every pawn.
The cash for gold guys. Just what's happening?
Yeah,
The market's collapsing.
you just hit every pawn store on the way up there.
Glenn Beck just doesn't know what to do anymore for advertising.
Yeah, talk radio is done. Huge crap.
I'm doing good already.
So that was your week while they were dealing with Idealville. So back at the brass gate, the brass door. Sorry,
We have a looting bartender now.
It's a gate now.
yeah. There's the formerly homeless Ludian there, and Warbot 555, who are and also there's the priest of Anubis.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who are all permanent residents now. So they're the only ones there who see. There's so Warbot is playing Metal Wolf Chaos on the Xbox.
So
Upgrade.
Yeah.
a robot, a zombie mummy,
Yeah.
Crab
And an
guy.
alien.
A sentient zombie mummy.
a sentient
To
zombie
join the
mummy priest,
non-sentient.
and an alien all run a bar.
Yeah.
Well, they're running it.
Yeah. So they're the employees, they're the staff. So they're there to greet you. The lieutenant says, "Oh, hello. You humans like juices of fruits and alcohol, correct? You are not old enough for this, right? The sun has rotated enough. The Earth has rotated.
He's all right. It's cool.
No, this is actually what you guys are in Idealville. So it's just that.
Crap. Never mind.
I have.
Well, I'm either not old enough or not old enough because I only live for about 2 weeks until I spore, or literally millennia years old. So I think it evens out. Could I have just one?
Yes. What will you have? I've been making my own drinks. I think they are satisfactory to Ludi in taste, perhaps to you as well. Or no, I could give you a beer, as it is called colloquially.
Could I? The juice sounds good. I like juice.
All right. Let's see here. We have pomegranate. We have cabbage, rutabaga, potato, apple.
Cleopatra wants pomegranate.
Okay, here.
Apparently, she really wants that one.
Okay. Where's your
I'll
pomegranate?
trust your taste.
Yeah.
She,
Tastes like pomegranate.
she's been around.
Yeah. I pulped it by hand.
That works
By
out.
claw, really,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what they're for.
Yeah.
You found a
Anyways,
gift.
everyone else is
You got a
in.
gift.
Everyone else is in. I believe New Mexico.
It was Arizona, I thought.
Yeah, Arizona. Sorry, everyone else is in Arizona. They are. So
Why'd they sort of abandon me to my drug addiction and leave me there to die, or along with everyone else? Where'd they go?
That's not what happened.
that's not what happened. Well, you.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know?
I was in Memory Town. You're all like, all right, we'll come back later.
You feel an undead hand on your shoulder. As you turn, you see the priest of Anubis.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
you made it.
It is. They saw that you were walking a different path than theirs, and that you needed time for reflection. Worry not, young Pharaoh. You are. They trusted in your ability. They knew you would be safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus, I like this place. This is nice. I have heard that there's this invisible servant called Wi-Fi that will give you secrets and knowledge, and also pictures of cats. If only you show it the right proper obedience. Might you know its password that I grant access to it?
Do I know its password?
Yeah. Do you have any skills that would be useful for that?
It's still
I do have
password.
computers.
Oh yeah, make a computer check.
I know the password. It's password.
All right.
So it's a guess.
Of course, worthy of the Sphinx.
If Wi-Fi gives you any gifts, it's like they're called attachments, but it's like with fairies. Don't eat anything or open them.
Oh,
They're like fairy gifts. It's always
yes.
bad. So don't open the attachments. You'll get cursed.
of course, young Pharaoh. You would know the ways of this treacherous underworld of.
Otherwise, it's good. But just no attachments. That's bad.
Gonna warn him about the porn.
Yes.
Man.
He's from ancient Egypt. Like, there's.
Yeah, I got
They're not
crazy,
exactly,
son.
yeah. They're not exactly puritanical back then. Yes, I found this wondrous site, a BuzzFeed. There are many lists of things of knowledge. It is quite wondrous. It's number 7 you may not be aware of. Anyways.
That's great.
Yeah.
You got some catching up to do, man.
He does. So you find out where they are. You can easily catch up with them or call them, I guess. So
I will call on a phone.
okay.
I'm trying to minimize the use of terrified superpowers.
Agata's disappeared again because yeah.
I thought Agata was no. Okay.
Agata wasn't here last
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah,
No.
Agata's dealing with the whole
Space
death
time.
god breakup thing. You know,
It sounds like a rough one. So.
yeah. Alien death god breakups in your mind are kind of heavy.
Okay. So I'm in the back of some vehicle that Legs McKenzie's driving.
Yeah. So you get a call.
Bust out the.
It's from
track
the
phone.
breast door. No?
Yep.
Hey, where are you guys at?
How far are we back to the brass door? Are we like crossing state lines or what?
If that's where you want to be heading, yeah. I would say you'd be about halfway there pretty soon.
All right, so are we heading back, or are we sticking around for the moment, or what do you want?
Well, you do need to. That has the Idealville does have the teleporter to
Okay,
Mars,
so-
so you could be waiting there.
Okay, so I'll just say we're in Idealville in Arizona right now. Hey, why don't you get down here? We're looking at going to Mars.
Why?
Reasons.
You know why?
I should say reasons.
Okay, that's fine.
It's Ivan.
But we can't breathe.
Oh, it's through a teleporter. It's going to be another Ideal base, probably.
But why are we going?
Yeah, Doc wants to go.
Could you just put him on the phone, maybe, Ivan?
Is he nearby?
Yeah.
Here. Trying to hand the phone
This is
over.
all.
Doc, why are you going to Mars?
It's one of the Ideal facilities that did a lot of their magical research and probably has some more information about, well, my advisors' origins. And I feel that I need to understand in order to utilize effectively. And who knows, maybe some secrets as to how Cleopatra became bound to a Kopesh.
I don't really care. It's kind of bound to me now, and, it happens. Sometimes you're waiting for a flight to see your dad that left your mom years ago, and you become a raging mutant monster. There's no really taking it back. You just gotta roll with the punches. Shouldn't we, do something good for, people? Since we're a terrible criminal organization that is just kind of starting a weird club. I mean, I like the vibe, but...
Technically, everything we do is going to be criminal as long as we maintain our superpowers. So
Yeah, but I mean, moral law or God's law, maybe? All those other ones we're breaking. Maybe not the written down ones, but...
So what do you suggest that we could do?
I don't know. I mean, something to help somebody? I dragged a bunch of people out of a library. I think it was good. They didn't thank me for it, but, nothing ever works out, so... I don't know, I'll trust you guys, whatever we need to do, but...
Well, I'm just like I said, I am interested in figuring out Logos, so that I know that in continuing to borrow Logos' power, I don't cause more problems.
Okay, I can see that, I guess. Why is Ivan going?
Well, why do you think he wants to go to an idea?
He's just going to steal everything, isn't he?
Yes, I mean, that's one of the things we're going to have to assume is going to happen. Yeah.
Steal everything.
Standing outside of the base, smoking.
I mean, if you want to come and keep an eye on that,
All right, I guess I will.
because I would like to find a way that Logos can be used effectively. Because hey, I didn't know if you knew this. He's actually a spirit of deceit and deception, not a spirit of knowledge, and so that could be bad.
You didn't know that? He's literally infesting your soul.
Yeah,
They're not good. Things that do that aren't good.
Sometimes you're good.
It's never this spirit of puppies is riding on the back of my consciousness. They don't.
The priest is like, the Anubis did that once, and he's like a puppy.
Just watch new BuzzFeed videos.
All right.
All right. I guess I'll Paliquin over to you guys.
Okay, yeah, if you want to use a Paliquin, you can get there fairly quickly. Give me a Paliquin chest. See if the cops catch it.
Oh, yeah. It's a 0.
It's a 0. Do you want to spend a fate point?
No.
Okay.
I only have one.
All right. In that case, you are out, make really good time, but as you get outside of Chicago, you get on the highways, you really open up, and then
Mummies can move.
they can move superhumanly fast. Unfortunately, that's about as fast as a really fast car. Well, actually, no, it's faster than that, but you do.
They can set up a roadblock. It's not faster than a radio.
There is a roadblock coming up. So what are you going to do?
I will stop.
Okay, you stop. There are some armed police officers pointing guns at you. They tell you you group there, stop whatever it is you're doing and surrender.
I will. Hello, just let me get off the path. No, don't do the footstep on the back thing. We're not doing that anymore. Just lay it.
Keeps adjusting
Just
itself.
lay it down. Just put it down, mummies.
They put it down.
All right. I get up. Hey.
Get down on the ground with your hands behind your head.
I mean, I'm not going to do that, but I just wanted to say that I'm not like off to do anything bad. My name's Trey. Haven't met before.
Blue lives matter.
So, do you want to use a power, or they? I mean, they look kind of. Do you have a? Let's see, was it empathy or insight?
I do have empathy. No, I don't.
Okay.
I haven't rolled a plus all night.
All right. So, what do you want to do?
I just want to say, I'm just like going to meet some friends. This is how I travel now.
You hear helicopters in the distance. They're getting closer.
It seems unnecessary.
Get down. This is your last chance. Get your hands behind your head and get down on the ground.
I really don't want to be imprisoned by anyone or anything again. It's been like kind of my jam for the majority of my life. Would really be okay.
All right.
Just, I'm not driving. Like, it's not a moving violation.
Are you using Queen of the Nile to persuade them?
Sure.
Okay.
Is that?
No, that's all. That's all negatives.
Is it 4 negatives? or-
No, it was just 3.
Okay. So what is your final result? Remember, they're normal humans.
-3.
-3.
It's an untrained power.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, I'll give you a fate point for that, so you can take another fate point. So yeah, they are not convinced, and in fact, they open fire on you. So,
God damn it.
well, they recognize you. You're the terrorist who mind controlled all those people.
I changed clothes.
Well, the mummies are
I
a bit
got
of a
tattoos that I can move around on my face.
yeah. The mummies are a bit of a giveaway. Yeah. So give me some resist damage or dodge. Or leap, I guess. You can.
Or I could tilt all of them. That is a +4 super good.
All right, that beats their 3. So the bullets ping, and you're using resist damage.
I'm using dodge.
Okay, you dodge out of the way, you matrix out of the way. As they fire at you, the mummies get up. They're very agitated. They're kind of lurching towards.
Calm down, mummies.
All right. So what are you gonna do?
Just please stop.
You're gonna try and persuade them again.
Please
All right,
stop.
one more try.
I don't want to fight anyone. It's been a lot of that.
There has been a lot of that.
That is just a -1.
Okay. Do you want to spend that fate point or not?
I could roll it again, but I guess I would make it a +1.
Yeah.
I will do that.
All right, with the +1, and then that's before it's a superhuman tier. So with the superhuman tier bonus, they stop and says, "Look, you're a really good kid. Just the government's coming right now. They're going to lock you away in a high-tech detention cell. You remind me of my son. You're just." You should really give up the superpowers, kid. Just go before they start crying.
Except the lady cops, which are deeply confused.
It's just 2 dudes again.
Okay.
Just 2 highway patrolmen.
All right.
So give me another Pelican test. I'll give you. I'll give you
safe
+1
out there.
Yeah.
That's a +2.
All right, that's superhuman. So you managed to get away before the government power
Attack helicopters.
Yeah, get there. But they're really serious about this. Yeah, weirdly enough.
That's fair. I'm pretty awful.
Well, you did, cause that sculpture to be just.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. Well,
Technically,
I was hiding under my brain bed.
all right. So you hit the road, and you realize the Pelican is an all-terrain Pelican. You don't have to stick on the roads.
Yeah.
Ships, so you run through forests and plains and.
The mummies probably like the desert parts of Arizona.
Oh yeah. So
Ooh, they're fishy.
you get there by nightfall, as they lose track of you. So all of you are together. You're at Idealville. There, you find out that Idealville has the Ideal facility is built in a mine at the edge of town, and the reason Idealville is actually doing very prosperously because they were basically taking asteroid mined ore and pretending it was coming out of the mine, and selling it on the open market.
Man, it's really radioactive in there, huh? Yeah, just take.
They're also imprisoning people,
So well, in order to trigger the asteroid mining to take place, they had to have the threat matrix activate. So in order to do that, they had to have somebody attack or try and break into the base. So they lured base raiders and teenagers to break into the base to trigger the threat matrix, which would require. So there's
Everyone is awful.
Aaron
this
dubbed it
universe.
Guantanamo Mayberry.
yeah, they have a secret prison about 100
Guantanamo
people.
Mayberry?
Yeah. Guantanamo. It also sounds like a new energy drink.
Guantanamo?
Yeah. With ginkgo biloba. So, they're trying to wind that down, trying to get everybody out. They're actually using some of that library tech to mind wipe people or figure out how to mind wipe people, so they don't report the town. So they're dealing with it.
Good thing.
They're transitioning to a super soldier drug based economy.
Yeah, we shut down a illegal indefinite prison.
Yeah.
That was also smuggling.
And then you made it a drug lab?
Kind of, yeah.
That the drugs were going to be sold anyway.
It's an open market.
Well, they're not recreational drugs. I mean, they're practical drugs. You could use them to heal people and fix things. And,
I feel like that's not true, but
I'm focusing on the fact that we shut down the illegal prison.
That's the best thing.
I mean, we were trying to focus on the fact that our Social Security cards were about to go bad, and then somehow we ended up being godlike monsters. But no, okay, let's go to Mars. Yeah.
Well, if you want, you could meet Herbert, the guy who set up this thing in the first place. He used to work for the Ideal as like one of their accountants. He's one of their money launderers.
And he totally gets us. He understands what we're struggling with right now.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. But okay, we can talk to him.
If you want to, yeah. Hi, Trey, is it? Hi, this is...
Yeah, I don't consent to have my likeness used in any... I just give him the spiel again.
Okay.
He works for the Ideal.
You're just going to have like a t-shirt with that eventually? You just like go, bonk.
Yeah. Well, look, I know it seems like you're really sort of stuck in a quagmire right now and you're not really doing any good and it's getting murkier and murkier, but we're helping unwind the Ideal built... I mean, I don't know the extent of it, but they built essentially a parallel world economy, and no one's running it now. There's no one at the controls. We don't know what kind of bad it's going to do, and we have to somebody has to take control of it before it derails. I mean, you might who better to find out where the next weapon of mass destruction comes from? You or some lunatic who doesn't care about human life. It sounds like you care. You don't actually want to hurt people or do anything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I was a lunatic until 3 weeks ago?
Something like
that.
that.
I was real crazy.
Yeah, but you got
real
better.
Crazy.
You got better.
I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just shut it down and just go away.
Well, it won't go away, though. I mean, this base is going to be here. And one thing, if you shut this base down, the town's economy, several thousand people are going to go hungry and poor. And somebody else will take it over, unless you activate the self-destruct feature, in which case there's a massive radioactive hole in the ground.
Okay.
And besides, I did find some
that
things
Bunny
out of...
Prince really had it figured out.
Yeah.
I just, this was a bunny.
Don't worry, it will get better, sooner or later. I know. I had to make a lot of weird. I feel like we're doing good here. We're. It's better that we're in charge.
Avalon told me it would get better once too, and then I became a school shooter on his cartoon. So, let's just play it by ear and see how it works.
Oh, you're that.
Yeah, I'm that kid. Yeah.
No, I think I drafted that settlement.
Yeah,
contract.
it wasn't enough.
No. Well, see, you deserve more, anyways.
Oh, okay. Now we're on to deserving things.
Well,
good things always happen when we talk about our entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go rob a base on Mars because we're heroes.
We didn't rob this place, to be fair. We worked it out.
Yeah, to be fair,
Let's go start a meth lab on Mars because we're heroes and the Martians need meth.
Well, no, I did dig some things up on the Mars base. It was actually it's sort of an odd condition. There's a bunch of human researchers who are left up there when Ragnarok happened, led by I hope this is wrong, Dr. Henrik Nielho.
Why do you hope that's wrong?
Well, you can all give me academic checks if you see that.
Academics, or would this be something that one of the older people might know?
Yeah, older people would know.
Yeah. So, yay! I have a skill.
Arcana by chance?
No, he was not. He was a super science man.
Yeah, I see that.
I know that name with a 1 at non-superhuman.
Okay.
He's a dude, I think.
All right. What'd
I
you get?
fell down a Wikipedia hole
Total
tonight.
of -1.
At superhuman there. All right. So you two know about.
Actually, it's at superhuman. But
Well, you've recognized the name. He was a super science villain, a archetypal mad scientist.
Great.
So,
so Miguel Toro.
clearly supported the public's right. Well, I don't know. I don't have access to his file, so maybe he was framed, or maybe and the ideal.
Or this is one of those, like, work for us and undo some of the evil that you've done.
They didn't do that so much, and it seldom worked out. But I don't know, maybe.
Well, it worked out so well for us after World War II.
Well, all right. So he's in charge of there. They've been up there since Ragnarok. No one's gone and checked on them, so they might be in trouble.
That hasn't gone completely Lord of the Flies, I'm sure.
They just open portals.
Well, I mean, all those remote bases had like contingency plans for losing communications with Earth, losing access to Earth. I mean, the Mars base, I think, had a whole plan for restarting civilization if this place goes.
It seems kind of responsible of the ideal.
Yeah, they tried their best. I mean, the world's still here. There were quite a few end of existential threats that were thwarted, more than I like to remember. But there was another thing. They were doing research on some sort of I don't have access to it, but they had a lot of records. There's a lot of things pertaining to containment systems for some sort of native life forms, and so there's
the Bugalo?
So I don't know. It actually seems to be. I'm not a biology guy, so I don't know what the deal is. But it's some sort of a arcane life form because it had some sort of mystical resonance or something. That's why they did a lot of the stuff. So. Yeah, I have some access to the file, so you can give me an Arcana check to look at those.
A 1.
A 1! Yeah, no, definitely arcane. Like arcane life forms of some kind. So magical creatures.
Seems arcane, all right.
Them things sure do smell like the magics. Mm-hmm.
All you can tell, well, actually, you do learn something, Dan, that there are containment systems for not only like smaller human-sized life forms, but there's some sort of massive, titanic underground life form that some sort of queen or leader or
Martian hive,
Yes.
arcane bee monsters.
Well, you don't know what they look like or what their
but
anything
their
like.
social structure is starting.
Well, they're all related. They might be. It's some sort of ecosystem, but yeah. But anyways, you get that much from it, but not much else. But yeah, if they haven't been gone for a year, given that these are containment systems and not life support systems, it seems to be rather adversarial. So you might have to rescue the researchers if they got into trouble, or if the life forms got out, or I don't know. Like, I don't know what the situation is. I can't train. A lot of the documents are kept on the Ideal headquarters, which
Sounds like we just have to go up there and be ready for.
Yeah, but the teleporter sign says that life support there, at least in the section you'll be teleporting in, is nominal. So you won't need life support suits or anything like that. And I'll give you, these are key cards that will teleport back here. If you run into trouble, they're panic button kind of things. Just get to a pad, push the button on the key card, and you'll go home. And there's multiple teleporters throughout the facility. So.
You're a really good guy. You know that?
Thank you. Well, I'd like to have allies that are, trustworthy, and you guys so far pretty trustworthy. So good luck.
We're just picking up the pieces.
Yep. So, any other prep before you go?
Make sure my crew's ready to go. I forget, we have the painting with us, right?
Yeah, sure.
Switch out anybody who might be winded.
Okay.
Like legs probably isn't necessary. Switched him out for Jimmy Boom Boom Grayson.
What?
All right.
I'll keep Felicia Fines, Northwind the Modern Viking, and Miguel Toro Dyson. The boxer.
All right. So the three of you plus your crew step.
Oh, and of course, Lavender Swan.
Right, of course. Step on the teleporter pad, and then there's just an a microsecond of void, and then you're in a dimly lit corridor at the end of a corridor, and there's it's cold. Maybe 40, 50 degrees tops. It is, very sci-fi corridor, kind of like the colony on Aliens. Lights are low but steady. They're not flickering. It's very quiet. You can all give me alertness checks.
I got a 2.
That's a whopping 1.
3.
Okay. Well, American Pharaoh, you hear the most. There's the sound of something being carved on stone coming at. Like the corridor goes forward about 40 feet and then opens up into a larger room. The larger room is in sort of a gloomy light, so you can't make it out. But you can kindly tell some sort of humanoid figure. It looks like the figure is trying to carve something into a support column in the larger room chamber ahead of you. Kind of crouched over. You're just walking over. Okay.
Follow?
All right.
He's back up.
You walk over without attempt to self, and you see what appears to be kind of like a classical demonic imp. He has got a piece of metal, and he's carving something on a stone column. It looks like this room was carved out of, you're obviously below the surface. It's a Martian cavern, so...
Arcana?
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
All right, well, it looks like an imp, but he looks at you. Large, kind of red, yellowish eyes, kind of gauging to see what your reaction is. What do you do?
Hello.
Stare blankly. That's fucked up.
Hello?
What, We are travelers, and we are just curious as to what has happened here.
I'm trying to carve runes on this wall.
Whoa, really? Runes?
Yes.
Show me those runes.
Oh, I suppose. They're there. Not rolling too well?
I got a 1.
Okay. They're definitely runes. They're definitely... Well, it's not gibberish. It's not... It's definitely... you recognize it as one occult alphabet, but you don't remember much about it. So it's a valid mystical thing.
Okay.
But you can't tell much significance about it. Yes. You came from... Where did you come from?
Down the way.
Down the way? There's just a dead end in that hallway.
Earth. Came from Earth.
You came from the Earth.
Yes.
Yes.
Not like from up... Not like from inside of it. Just on the top.
The land of air and water and sky and...
Those are things that we
It's
have.
got all that stuff.
Yes. Good. Yes. This is... You have come to save us from the oppressors.
I guess.
What oppressors?
The ones who enchain and enslave us.
God damn it.
What can you
but
tell
they're
us?
going to want to run rampant, but they're using them for some sort of power. And it's going to be a big gray area, and we're just going to be the only answer is go home.
Yeah, Homeboy seems a little bit too excited about us. A little
Dubon
creepy.
has video games.
Yeah.
I just taught a news bit about BuzzFeed, and the pomegranate juice could use some work, but it's not bad. And we should just
We tried that. Cool.
back out.
You saying we should just go home and run a
Back
bar
out and shut it down, yes. It's the only moral thing to do.
until the world
That's
ends?
what the Bunny Prince would do.
What does the Bunny Prince do when the world is threatening to end?
He runs. He ran a lot. It was hopping, but it's like bunny running.
Well, he would also...
If we can get this
with
place,
his foes.
if we can get this place in order, we have a place to run to.
Oh God!
This could be a whole new, what do they call it? The rabbit hole
I
thing.
just feel like I'm talking
Sanctuary?
to myself sometimes.
That happens a lot with you.
Yes.
I want to go over here until you guys cause a horrible fight.
Nah. Do you trust this guy? It looks like you're kind of shindig.
I think he knows things, and I would like to know what he knows.
Yes, I'm Noglab.
You use your method.
Noglab, yes.
Noglab.
Yes.
You use your method. It's friendlier.
So Noglab, tell me about these oppressors. What have they specifically done? Like, what does oppression look like?
Well, they have they've been chained by my master, Vortak. The Crimson Blossom.
What was his name again?
Vortak.
Vortak.
Yeah, you can
Crimson Blossom.
Yeah.
Get the whole thing.
The Crimson Blossom.
Titles are important.
Why?
I think you need a new aspect after this. Yeah.
Okay, so they imprisoned the Crimson Blossom.
Yes.
I'm guessing,
Yes.
in your opinion, unfairly and unjustly.
Yes.
So what else have they done?
They made us work to carve out these massive tunnels.
Okay.
Weird.
All right.
And use us as labor. And now they deny us access to their world. To your world, Earth.
Why would... Did they promise that?
Well, no. That's true. No.
Okay. So it's not like they reneged on their
Well,
word.
we don't like Mars.
Well, we just got here.
It's Mars is dead. It used to be alive, but now it's not.
How did it get not alive?
I don't know. You should ask Vortak. Vortak knows all.
I'm sure Vortak does.
Yes, you can give me an Arcana roll for Vortak. Or not.
2.
Oh, 2. All right. Vortak, is one of a group of cosmically powerful aliens, colloquially known as the Great Old Ones. Vortak is supposedly behind the source of the Black Lotus and other lotus flowers that grant mystical powers. But not necessarily an evil deity, but certainly not necessarily a benign one.
Kind of the you get what you get and fuck you if you don't like the results sort of entity.
Yeah, I mean it's a being it's actually not technically a deity. It's just a very, very powerful alien from somewhere very far away.
At least he's red and not yellow. So
So yes.
So what do these demons do demons serve him, or are these demons also?
Well, that's all you get with
aliens?
it too. That's all you get with it too.
Well, that's the question. Is like, are these actual demons that he has conjured up, or are these also just happen to be the aliens?
Yeah, that is a good question. You could ask Logos to.
Well, let's not play that trump card in front of the demon alien thing
Yes.
yet.
Noglab is here to help.
Yes, so
Noglab is very happy that you are not violent.
oh, we don't have any aspirations for.
Oh,
violence.
there are many.
We came here
Many
seeking
of your
knowledge.
pinky flesh kind are very violent.
Yes, they are.
With the shotguns and the plasma cannons and the
Oh, plasma
explosions,
cannons can't
yes.
be comfortable for you.
Oh no!
at the word explosions, Jimmy Boom Boom Grayson wrings his hands nervously.
So, yeah, have you been shot by a plasma cannon
I like how
before?
we roll everywhere with like no less than 12 people. Like our crew runs deep.
And they're all like,
Just in terms of mummies and old supervillains alone, like even before all 6 of us show up, like,
And sadly,
we're taking multiple vans.
Sadly, one could be a metaphor for the other.
practical, isn't it?
So, yeah, have you been shot by a plasma cannon before?
Singed.
Singed?
Yes, there was a man from a. He said he was from Earth, but not this Earth, but another Earth, from another universe, and he was a warrior of some kind, and he had many weapons, and he shot many of us, looking for key cards and the like.
Did he happen to mention things about certain...
You knew it was going there.
You Ross.
You had to know.
Did he say that some of you were huge and thus needed to have huge guts?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't paid. I got as far away from him as I could.
Okay, well, yeah, this is totally...
Come to us with what you can help free Vortek.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, can you show me a map of the facility? Like, I'm just trying to get an idea as to what's going on.
I have no need for maps. I know,
But I have a need for maps.
I will show you where Vortek is and nothing else. I don't see why. Well, he's going to be stubborn.
Okay.
Plan working out like that would, Doc?
You can explore the base on your own.
Doing good work. He's only, a literal demon. But, maybe I just misjudged him. It's fine. I'll be over here.
So you judge me on my appearance, do you?
Yes? Yes! You're a literal demon!
Well, that's just rude.
I judge fish based on their appearance. Do they breathe water? Yeah! They're fish! You're a literal demon! God, it just gets worse. Every week.
Well, I'm a very reasonable demon. I'm not attacking you, am I? I'm not calling my larger brethren.
That's true. He could have done that.
It's good, yeah. Until he's just gonna make a deal. Like, we're gonna release Vortex for you.
That would be very nice.
And then you'll give us what?
What do you seek?
There we go. There it is. That's it right there, isn't it? Isn't it? That's all.
That's why we don't make a deal. We think we get the information we need and we make the right decision.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
All right. So how are you going to get the information? You could wander the base. You could call up Logos. There are security systems and tech systems along the walls you could try and mess with.
So
some of your henchmen are already looking at those.
So he didn't.
Well, he has security and superhuman, right?
Yeah. It's weird. It's like I purposely went for that. So, I'll say Miguel Toro Dyson, while he was locked up the first few times, did take computer courses.
Sure. This is ideal tech, by the way. So,
Which, you never know. I mean,
yeah.
They might have had experience with this before.
Yeah.
So
God damn it, Idea. Why is your password guest?
it's guest 2 right
No,
now.
it's
because they had to
Avalon is number
reset it.
Yeah.
Twice.
They forgot.
Well, with the mind wipes and the alternate universes and,
What was his name? Hot Water?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got really frustrated and, kept hitting the same code over and over.
Yep.
Yeah. And he was putting Gesp for whatever reason. I don't know why. All right. Okay, so that was a plus,
Yeah.
plus, minus, +1 at Superhuman. So
+1 at superhuman?
Yeah.
Okay. You can, you pull up a map of the facility, at least at this level. It's vast. It looks like they were working on this place for decades.
is there a printer and is it a dot matrix?
Sure. Yeah, why not? There's a dot matrix burn out of the map. There are 3 major areas. You're in the middle, which is called, which is only represented as Section Delta. Section Alpha is off to one side, and then Section Omega is off to the other side. It looks like this is the no man's land between Alpha and Omega. The scientists are very original with their naming of facilities. So you could check out those. There's numerous levels and facilities within each major section. So,
Is the containment facility on Omega side?
it looks like
Okay, so that means the scientists.
there's a lot more power, like units, reactors, and that kind of thing on Omega side. So it looks like
So does that mean that where the demons? Well, that's probably where the scientists and Vortak is. Because of
well, you don't know, so you don't know the exact layout. So if you ask Noglab to tell you, to take you, you can figure out where it is. But then you'd have to deal with. He's probably gonna, call up his other beams. Hey, these guys are gonna free Vortex, or whatnot.
Vortak, where do the oppressors
Noglab.
or Noglab, where do the oppressors live?
Oh, the oppressors, they live in the lighted section over there, where it is very bright and ugly, and there are many things from the ceiling that shoot bullets at me. I'm not sure what those are called.
Turrets.
Oh, yes.
I have gifted you with that information.
Ah, yes, a fair trade.
The names of things are very important.
Okay. All right.
So, that's Alpha. So it looks like the scientists are holed up in Alpha.
All right, so, what we're going to do, since we look like the oppressors, we're going to go to the oppressors and try to get information for them about how to free Vortak.
Okay, roll presence or deceit. I'll let you choose.
They're both the same.
Okay, I want to know, are you lying or are you telling the truth?
Presence, because that is information that I want to get out of them.
Okay.
So that I know not to do that thing.
So you're keeping an open mind.
Yeah. 3.
Okay. Noglab is satisfied enough that he won't call people to try and bully you into help freeing Vortak. He'll stay here carving runes.
So what are those runes for again?
It's a secret. I require trade if you want that.
I told you the name of the turrets.
Yes, for telling them where the oppressors live.
Oh, okay.
I will tell you from where Earth we came.
Very well. You first.
We came from a location called the Idealville.
Ah, yes, very interesting. There's a lot of baseball in this adventure from Kale's character. They are divination runes to help figure out if the oppressors would send their guardians after us again.
Oh,
A warning sign.
oh okay. That seems useful.
Yes.
That's useful magics there. I would like to learn that someday.
Oh, if we can make
Not
money.
right now, though, because I have business to attend to.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
All right, so let's go talk to the scientists.
All right, catch up with the massive stack of dot matrix printouts of map sections.
Yeah, you've got like 3 henchmen pouring over them.
We have.
There's all kind. Oh, there's copper wiring there. You can just tell.
Yeah, but where do they keep the foodstuffs? They might have some really good, like, long-lasting.
Oh yeah. Oh, good thinking. Good thinking.
How
Those
long are we gonna be here?
MREs. They're like
Wait, was
gold.
one of the rockets that we sent from the moon base, was this one of the locations?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know,
You could. Yeah.
we did good. We sent these people
It'll be
support.
here in like 6 months.
They have bullshit FTL magic, comic book science.
All right.
Fusion Overdrive.
Yeah, come on, that's Fantastic Four land, not
Okay.
not Eclipse phase. Let's pretend to pay attention to the laws of science.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we don't really.
yeah, this is base rate superheroes. So you head over to Section Alpha. As you get there, you can notice the lighting gets a lot brighter. Every once in a while, you do see signs of damage. Looks like this place has been a war zone or a site of fighting between various forces. You don't see any corpses or bodies or anything like that. Looks like whoever wins takes clears the field. But as you get closer, there is a massive set of blast doors and like floodlights. Blocking your way in, into Section Alpha, and looks like it requires 2 key cards, but a little intercom. Then there's a little security camera and intercom system, and it crackles on. It's like there's a woman's voice that's like,
Tourists.
not the ideal?
Not with the Ideal officially.
Wait. Oh, we
I
got
don't consent to have my likeness used.
What? Are you? Wait, are you those? We got news reports of base raiders. Are you base raiders? Are you from Earth?
We are from Earth. We are not technically base raiders.
I'm a base visitor. I'm just like saying, hey,
Oh.
I can leave if you don't want me.
Oh wow!
We should go. I don't think we should. I think
We had something happen to us, and we're trying to just learn more about it because this is.
You came here?
Yeah,
How did you get past the demons?
they're really quite reasonable if you don't do anything hostile towards them.
Oh yeah, because you're not. Well. All right, yeah, that's a big thing. You give me presents. See if she believes you.
literal demons.
4.
All right, with a 4. She's like, we can bring you in the. If do you want to come in? We'd like to talk to you.
We would like to talk with you as well.
All right, there will be some security there. Don't freak out.
Well, we've dealt with security before.
Okay. No, really, I mean it. Don't freak out. We've had to be efficient about security.
Efficient how?
Just here, the blast door's open.
Do I get to keep my pants?
Yeah, no, it's fine. We just are.
That's important.
So you're let in. Do you walk in the blast door?
Sure. I'll
Yeah. The whole crew rolls in.
The whole crew rolls in.
runs
You're in an airlock system and you're scanned, and then you open up into a larger room, which looks like a mess hall or kind of like a sort of setup. But there are basically cybernetic zombies there with heavy weapons pointing there.
Great.
Yeah.
Nothing more like copper sign going on here, Doc.
They sign. There's a woman there with a couple of staffers. There's a bunch of haggard-looking scientists and everything. The woman says, "Look, they sign consent form in order to take that position. That like nothing wasted, nothing nothing would go to waste. Okay, they signed a consent form. They knew that this would happen.
Yeah, sure.
They believed in science. All right.
Okay.
Sometimes you sign those because you're bored and they offer you a bonus.
They did. They got a nice bonus.
It's like, hey,
it's just
we'll overlook the assault charge, but yeah, we'll let you do laundry for a while. I mean, come on.
I signed a consent form or two.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Yeah, you don't know what's in there.
This is
what's in those clauses.
Yeah, this is what the ideal does. You're never quite sure what you're buying in for. That's why we're here.
I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know what we're buying in for. This is pretty much every time. It's like just the one thing. It's like just the one thing every time. Just something horrible that they said was not as horrible as it is.
Look, they're just zombies. They're just like with cybernetic weapon systems.
How are you motivating them? Like,
well, they're just meat robots. I mean,
okay, so it's entirely sciencey. You didn't
no.
You didn't make a bargain with some dark entity and then suited up.
No. We purged ourselves of all magical stuff.
Can I speak the language of the dead? Well, I can speak the language of the dead.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to speak the language of the dead.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll.
So that's a 2. It's superhuman.
Okay. You speak the language of the dead, you get no response. You know there's nothing with that person's spirit in there. It is just...
All right, I guess.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So is the language of the...
I mean, it's better than my zombies. Yeah, I mean...
Well, they
speak to you. We are your slaves forever.
Yeah, well, I know, guys. Thanks.
Forever.
No, I got it.
You want a foot rub?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Does she notice my mummies now?
Yeah, no.
Which just appear in her peripheral vision.
She does. The cybernetic zombies start tracking them as well. Ivan, your crew is like, oh man, this place is loaded. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, keep it more quiet though.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to say that.
Oh yeah, I'm hard of hearing. I'm sorry about that.
What?
Just occasionally, you can gesture.
When do we attack?
just gesture. Okay, gesture.
Yeah, I'm Amanda Nilo. I'm the acting commanding officer of this facility. We would like any assistance that you can grant. If you have information, I mean, it looks, from what we understand, that people are breaking into ideal facilities and distributing weapons of mass destruction, other things.
Yeah,
and you guys,
because obviously the ideal is gone. All superheroes.
Yeah, no, we were all on deck when Ragnarok happened.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's where my father went.
Your father? Who was your father?
Dr. Nilo. He was a villain. It was a misunderstanding. He saved many lives.
All my villains are like nodding their heads. Oh yeah.
It's always been a misunderstanding.
But he had to take the blame.
Zombies do too, because they don't want to be left out.
So he disappeared during Ragnarok, and I had to take over for him.
Okay, so what is the purpose of this facility?
It was to study the links, for science to understand magic, and magic to understand science. It was very high in it. We also found an ancient...
Yeah, what about them demons, though?
Well, that was another reason. Vortok, the Crimson Blossom, is sleeping when they first explored Mars in the 1940s. And we realized Vortok would wake up and want to go to Earth, and we didn't want that to happen. So we had to build a facility to contain it, but we couldn't fully contain it. We've been trying ways to figure out how to sort of neutralize Vortak as a threat. We can't destroy it, so we've been trying to, I guess, domesticate it, and that hasn't fully worked out. So now,
I can't imagine how that wouldn't blow up in your faces.
Well, all things considered, it could have been worse. But so now we're just trying to figure out a way to get rid of it. Pass the buck on to some empty universe. But we don't have enough energy to do that.
We used to have the perfect person for that.
It takes on about 92% of the space's power in order to keep Vortok in its containment chamber and to keep its little minions from... There's a whole bubble around it that the minions can't get into. It would have to take outsiders like you who aren't, attuned to Vortak in order to compromise the facility, as long as the facility stays empty and you don't interfere with it, or someone else gets in the facility and interferes it, it'll stay sealed up for another 182 years. That's when the reactors all melt down, and then Vortex will be free.
An irradiated Vortex, nonetheless.
Oh no, it absorbs radiation.
That's good. That's good.
It loves radiation.
Yeah. It loves radiation. So that's where we're at. But if you're here, that means, I guess, the teleporters and the security systems, there must be some ideal people to open up the Earth.
Yeah, there are some fragments scattered about.
Find an accountant.
Herbert?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thank God. He was a senior administrator. He wasn't just an accountant. He was helping run all of our infrastructure to keep all of these chainsaws juggling.
Oh, good. So he's more responsible. That's nice.
I'm sorry. Are you okay? You seemed a little distracted.
No, it's fine.
We're a little burnt by the ideal right now.
Well, that's they weren't perfect, but
Yeah.
they were doing the best they could with what they had.
Yeah, we tried to get our humanity back, and we got saddled up with some of our own abilities that are not good. Holistically.
Oh, well, we could. I mean, if you can go back to the main where we don't have access to teleporters here. If you could clear a path, if you can go back to the teleporters, I mean, I guess we could figure out ways to depower you. We have a lot of ways to do that.
I mean, it seems like they're good here, though. Like they got a good thing going on.
Yeah, we're just trapped and surrounded by demons, and we'll all die of old age here. And then in 182 years, Vortex, the Crimson Blossom will just be really angry and take over Earth or destroy it.
Well, yeah, but like, if I do something, it's gonna get worse. That's sort of how this
What's
works.
worse than the Earth being destroyed?
The Earth being destroyed
you
now.
Say that though, but
Could we shoot him into the sun?
We could trick. I mean, if there was some way to convince Vortex to do something.
So Vortex is sleeping.
Vortex is trying to wake up. It's tossing and turning it in its sleep.
So is there a way to communicate with it?
Yes, there are numerous ways to communicate with it. Some are more.
how does Vortex feel about like libraries, but like as heroin?
So you're going to explain that?
Yeah. So what if it was like this ghost library that was super super addictive, which would like have moral implications unless you were already supposed to sleep for eternity and couldn't die. In which case, you're just like wake and baking.
Yeah.
Memories. If that's a thing.
That actually could work.
I was a bunny for a little bit. It was pretty cool. It's simpler as a bunny.
Is that the new aspect? Simpler as a bunny?
Picture simpler as a bunny.
Still holding 2 links and 5 books. So
Yeah. That could actually work. If we could open a portal and if it was something that could extinguish alien civilizations, Vortex is immortal. He won't starve to death. I don't think, or it can't starve to death, but it would be lost in a labyrinth of infinite memories.
yeah, if he gets violent, something bad happens to him.
And then if anybody tried to get in the library, they'd be consumed by Vortex. So that actually does sound like it could work. If we could get it in there and convince it that it wants to go in there. Like we couldn't force it to go in there. It'd have to want to go in there. It's too powerful to like. If we could just shove them through a portal, we probably would have shoved them into a portal into a sun in another universe. But so if we could trick it, we could do that.
But like, why do you want to trick it? I mean,
Well, he's not gonna. He wants revenge, because it doesn't like the idea of being contained by humans.
Could we bait the
It
place?
has a bit of an ego problem.
Bait the place to make him go in
Wait,
there?
so you're saying that there are types of entities that enjoy being imprisoned as soon as they wake up?
Well, no. If he didn't know what it was in there, if it thought it was good, that.
No, I'm saying it's like you're vengeful. Okay, yeah. I can't imagine why it would be vengeful at this juncture.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. We didn't want it to destroy the Earth in the 60s. It was going to wake up in any time when we contained it initially. You want to study the files. We stopped it from waking up, and we're trying to keep it from waking up and going to Earth.
Okay.
That's always been our mission.
So
Mistakes have been made. We tried to destroy it.
so to be clear,
Yeah.
if we get Vortac to go do memory drugs
Yeah.
for eternity, you can shut down the cybernetic zombie army.
Yeah, we'd leave. We'd go home. I want to go home. I want to be on Earth. I don't want
And
to
you're
die
gonna-
here.
What are you going to do when you go home?
I don't know. Teach.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to start like an illegal research laboratory,
I wanna retire.
or you're
Why
not
would
going
I
to
do
start
that?
another zombie army. Because that's what you people do.
Man, kid, your
I
eyes
was just
really
doing a
shitty.
job. My father told me to. I was studying with my father. It was his job. I thought it was going to be a study for him for 3 years, then get a good job and get married or something. But no, I'm just stuck here. I haven't been able to go back.
Should you tell the truth?
I don't know. Do you have empathy?
A little bit.
Okay.
I have empathy at 4.
I got a 1. It's wicked good.
She's probably not. Well, you think? Yeah, no. She's clearly telling the truth. American Pharaoh. Dan, she might be. I mean, maybe.
When she says teach, she means teach super science.
Well, she might be a little more ambitious than that, but you're not sure exactly how.
I've come to find out he took the rap because she went crazy nuts with science and he had to wipe her memory and try to rehabilitate her or something ridiculous like that.
Saying like a bar, it's like a noble profession. Like people get off work, they need a place to hang out.
Where everybody
I want
knows
to go
their
to
name.
that cool new spot with the crab bartender and that
Yeah, we're a
robot that plays video games.
We're
That'd
a
be
little bit
cool.
less than legal of a bar.
We
at
can
the
play
moment.
like cool music and have paninis.
All right, so before we were able to do that, I could probably help you. I could create a portal to this place that we could then lure him into. But to do that, I want to make sure I can do it safely, and that's kind of why I'm here.
Oh, okay. Give me prevalence.
1.
Well, I understand your point of view, but why don't we get to the first step? Wouldn't even require that. It would be first baiting the hook. I'll give you that information if you can first send one of your members. There are multiple ways to contact Vortak. The most direct and, the safest way would still require. There's always some sort of risk because again, very
Of
powerful
course.
alien mind.
Yeah, ideal. That's what they do.
Well, no, it's Vortak again. Vortak is a dangerous being. So, I would. The safest way to contact that is through an intermediary. Is simply establish some sort of mind contact with one of its demons, and then let slip the information that there's some sort of. You could essentially trick it by saying, does it know about the library? Our secret weakness, in other words. To sort of convince it that it needs to go there. We have a device that lets you psychically link with a demon, and then all you have to do is trick it, in psychic conflict.
That always turns out well.
I did that back in the day. Oh,
really?
Yeah, it looked like a colander you
We
put
used to
on your
have these
head.
key parties, and we pass around the demon link.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
Good
like a metal
times.
helmet that looked like a colander with a bunch of wires from it. And I put it on my head, and then the superhero did, and then we fought with our minds. It was really cool. Or maybe I was just licking mushrooms and toads for too long. I thought there was a colander.
You probably did put a colander on your head at some point.
So,
All right, so I wonder if I can make them freak out. Actually, then I'll just turn
because
it-
you succeeded, but you only got
Yeah.
one, so.
Or I'll just Logos. Is there something you can do to help this process out?
Well, there's any number of things I can do. Hello. The cyber.
Yeah, let's get the spirit of deceit
Yeah.
Why do I
involved
imagine
in
Logos
our
talking-
hell negotiation.
Why do I imagine Logos talking like Tigger? The wonderful thing about Logos. Logos is a wonderful thing.
So it appears the cyber zombies start tracking it as well. They can sense it,
The scientists don't freak out.
The scientists are alarmed, but again, you notice there are a lot of defenses in this facility that are going to, if violence happens, it's going to be very swift. They've been besieged by demons for over a year now, so they're all pretty.
But they don't recognize Logos for what he is.
Empathy or insight, yeah.
2.
Let's see. You're not sure.
Okay.
Psst. Saul, do you think you can talk them into letting us requisition some gear?
Why don't we...
I'm just saying.
How about we help these people get home, and then there's no one here?
But we get the gear to help them get home. Do you want to fight demons with just what we've got?
Who says we need to fight them?
All right.
Lazarus Wong was, I saw there's a closet. It's full of shotguns.
Closet full of shotguns.
If we approach the demons with the tech from this side of
We
the
say we stole it. Are they gonna... I mean, it's not entirely a lie.
What?
There's a closet full of shotguns, kid.
Right.
Right over there.
So?
Free shotguns.
Mummies with shotguns? Come on.
What? They don't know how to use shotguns?
It's easy. It's point and click.
Yeah. I can teach you.
No.
Let
shotgun.
Let Boom Boom teach the mummies how to use shotguns.
We're
It'd be
in
great.
space.
So?
You're in an atmosphere.
It's not the
You're
first
not
time.
in space. You're on Mars.
It's not the first time we've got extraplanetary.
Yeah, but guns
Yeah.
in a pressurized, oxygenated
You're in a
environment.
cavern. Yeah. So, anyways.
It's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea.
It was okay on the moon base.
Yeah. Anyways, so Logos talks to Dr. Nelio and for a moment, and she seems quite convinced that yes, I can skip several steps. I can act as an intermediary and convince Vortak that this is that I'm trying to break free of you stupid humans, and both of our salvation, both of our freedom lies in this the library, and then. You would simply open the portal there. He goes in, is addicted. Very simple matter.
So it's obvious that you can do this, but now what do you get out of it, and thus how do we know that you're not going to futz with the end results?
Well, it's quite simple. One, there's always a large chance. It's quite risky. You'll have to get quite close. And it's a sort of an all or nothing proposition. You'll have to break the containment seals or lower them. So there's a good chance you'll be killed, in which case I'm freed.
That's good for you.
Yes, so I'll be quite honest. And if you don't, then they'll give you all the knowledge you want about me, and you'll not want to be with me anymore, one way or the other. And you'll have the methods to sever the link if you want.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah. So
I just say we just use Logos and not have to go back to the demons. Let's deal with the devil we know as opposed to the demons that we don't.
Devil we know to deal with the devil we don't.
yeah.
To deal with the scientists and zombie army.
What other henchmen do you have?
Okay, I brought
I mean, it's a Ross Payton game.
Jimmy Boom Boom Grayson, Miguel Toro
What else
Dyson,
did you
he's a boxer,
expect?
Northwind the Modern Viking, and Felicia Fox.
Actually, Jimmy Boom Boom, because he's very name. He's like, hey, comes in a huddle. Hey, you guys aren't looking at the big picture here. Like, yeah, we could solve the problem, but that's only one-time payment. We could just milk this. All we have to do is secure the route to the teleporter there, and then we could do shotguns for food or shotguns for what you call them things with the movies on them, DVDs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they want to see new movies and shit like that. Yeah, it's like being in prison here.
We can
They're all
also
cooped up.
we can also give them
Letters
better
from home.
defenses.
Yeah.
Or we can actually do something good and then get paid for it.
I tried to do something good idea.
It's a
and you shut it
recurring
down, so.
payment versus it's a subscription versus a one-time payment. I'm just saying, if you want to...
But I'm not opposed to you guys making a profit off of us actually trying to help the world.
Well, if you're uncomfortable... look at you. If you're uncomfortable dealing with, fighting a giant-ass demon, whatever the thing that is, we could just, table it for now and, make some scratch.
Man, I mean, do you think America needs more guns right now? I mean, and I know 1/3 of me says yes, it does, but that third is
Very
Tab, and
strongly.
Tab just wants to see Butch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know, Tab. Don't know. Stop crying. You eventually figured it out. I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah.
That kid's got issues.
You suddenly... American Pharaoh suddenly feels a strong urge to ride horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of character, you could resolve this permanently one way or the other, or you could just set it up as set up a supply run thing, so you could make some currency before making a final decision, and you would be helping these people because some of them probably do want to go home, or they could bring in new personnel or something like that to maintain the vigil. And there are other ways to deal with Vortex. You haven't even gotten Vortex side of the story. So.
Well, I'm sure we'll get Vortex side of the story.
I mean, again, I just don't want to walk in naked.
You don't believe someone named Vortex the Crimson Blossom?
He's a florist.
He just wanted to put flowers across the known universe, took a nap on Mars, and then got imprisoned for the next 200
changing
years.
an aspect from anyone can be a hero to do no harm.
Okay. So
I'll just brazenly ask, hey, listen, I feel a bit naked. Could we, borrow some of those guns?
If you're planning to do the thing, I guess you would be.
We're going to go over there, but I mean, I'm not going to have them like.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we had this desperate plan, even before Ragnarok, where we got, there's all these refugees from doomed Earths. Some of them are really good at fighting, and we equipped some veteran guy with a lot of power armor and plasma weapons, and he blew up a lot of the demons, and but even he couldn't figure out a way to permanently kill Vortak.
Okay.
So we have a lot of surplus of nanofabricated weapons.
Would you like to borrow a few?
Yeah, sure. And we have rebreather suits of armor and stuff like that. So
I start carrying up the crew.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I was like,
all right. So I changed my conviction to do no harm, and I changed an aspect to it's nice to have friends again.
Yeah.
That will keep me moving along with the plot.
Okay.
By that I mean dragged it along behind.
Well, I mean, Vortex is an existential threat. It has to be dealt with one way or the other. So
Trey's heard that old chestnut before.
all right, guys, remember, safety zone. We're talking first. We already know that they'll talk. They're creepy as shit, but they'll talk.
Okay.
Especially you, Boom Boom. Double safety.
They all load up with doomed weapons. So
Double safety comes out of the painting. You call me?
yeah.
No? Alright.
So if you're using Logos, obviously that'll be his variable spend is to establish communications in the portal. So you can't use any other powers from him. You will have to spend a fate point to activate, and also you'll have to spend a fate point to boost his power for this cinematic effect. So basically, you have to get close enough to deactivate the power thing. And then you have to make a persuade check to convince Vortak that you're on his side, and then you have to wait for him to get through the portal. And probably at some point the demons, and you have to keep the demons away from him because the demons might be able to figure out, hey, the humans aren't attacking them, they aren't sending their cyber zombies after them, so maybe the humans are on their side. So that's the thing. You'll either have to fight cyber zombies in order to convince the demons you do that, or wait until the demons figure out you're tricking their master and fight the demons. Until you have to keep the demons.
Or we trick the demons to go attack the cyber zombies while we do it. Like, hey, we figured out what we need to know.
That would probably be... Yeah, if you want to put all the human lives at risk, sure.
I'm not entirely convinced that these are decent people.
Okay. Well, so you sooner or later they will figure that out. So
Don't care, got mine.
So what are your choices? What is your plan to deal with that?
Trey, what do you prefer to do? Do you want to trick the demons into thinking we're on their side, or do you want to fight off the demons so we can deal with this crisis?
I don't know, man. Those memories are pretty good. Like, are we sure you just won't be like, hey, free memory drugs? Cool?
Oh, you don't want to give up the memory library?
No, I mean, like, we just tell them, like, hey, you're a deathless god, wouldn't
No,
you?
but
Actually, no. Cleopatra tells you, well, if I was Vortak, I would thank you and grant you great power for telling me of this place. And I would go there after I burned the earth to the cinders for imprisoning me so.
Oh, damn it, Cleo. You gotta...
As a side note...
As a sovereign, one must make examples of one's enemies. If I am imprisoned, I must have vengeance upon my foes when I'm free.
Okay.
for Doomed Mars gear, how much worth of loot did I just...
Well, unless you convince Vortak to forgive his foes, its foes.
I mean, we won't know if we can even do that until we
Talk to him.
Talk to him.
Yeah. Sorry. What was
How
it?
much loot worth was that? Essentially getting to wear out.
Well, right now you have the new aspect, Doom Space Marine gear. So you can either have that, and if you use that, then it'll all be used up in the fight. So it's a free aspect you can invoke twice.
So put times 2 there.
So if you don't invoke it at all, though, then you'll have then it's in mint condition because they didn't use it. So then you can figure out how much it's worth.
Okay, gotcha. But right now, I'm getting to essentially wear the loot out, and it's a possible save.
Yeah.
So yeah, got mine.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, so let's just at least go talk to Vortak. And
Okay. All right.
you know, this is why the ideal looks like they cocked it up so much.
Because they did?
Because there isn't ever really a clean answer.
Yes, there is. Don't play. Like, just
So let Vortak eat the earth.
in
So-
182 years? I'm like, how's that my fault, man?
So
Okay.
we should all be accountants, is what you're saying.
Look, like, accountants that don't deal with this shit. Look, okay, there was shit that was going to happen before my life started, and then my life started, and now I just get drawn into, like, worse shit happening, and I've never done anything good. Every time I try, I end up getting addicted to memory drugs, are infected with monstrous intelligences,
Kid,
having my childhood ruined.
Kid.
And
We all know, all right? None of us really asked for this.
but you seem like pretty okay with it. Like
My
they're
life's-
literally cackling. Look at him. He's holding a passel of shotguns
That is
and legit cackling.
I am making
I can't
some
lie.
people,
It's pretty sweet.
I'm making some. I'm helping some people in their golden years be happy. Okay, let them be happy.
I am really happy.
And you know, if you had a chance when you reach that age to just go out, not with a bang, but just a little bit of fun, a little more roller coaster, not a bang. You hear that boom boom? No bang.
All right. So at least we're going to talk to the Crimson Blossom.
Okay.
And then we'll make our final decision as to how we're planning to handle this. Because who knows? Maybe these are evil ideals and the demon's actually trying to save Earth from the mad scientists.
The ideal wiped out the Catwoman on the moon.
It's true they did that.
I sold their bones. I sold people's bones.
They're getting reanimated and put to a better purpose.
And then I
okay?
used that to turn over the people that bought them to the government.
So
It was a sting operation.
omelets, eggs. You
They were
know.
brought back to life. They're now dancers. They're backup dancers for various hip hop artists. And,
Right.
Yeah.
okay, sure. Let's go.
All right, let's go find our little imp friend.
Can I still get YouTube on my phone here? Yeah, look, see, Catwoman.
Oh, hey, cool. We got signal.
Let's go find Noglib.
All right, so you find him pretty easily.
If he eyeballs is funny, we're not
Walk
lying.
outside, go Noglib, Noglib, Noglib.
Yeah.
If he lies is funny for the equipment, I'm not
He's
lying
not
when I say
alone now. There are a large group of demons with him.
we're not holding the guns up. We just say we
Various
stole
types.
it.
All right, deceit.
That's not a deceit, technically.
You did not. You
Okay.
you walked out there knowing
You
that.
told them you were stealing.
Okay,
That's literally not the definition of stealing.
all right. So I'll say, we just took this stuff.
It's still deceit
All right.
because you're trying to hide your.
Yeah. Remember when I said when we come out wearing the tech of the people that they're warring against, they won't like that very much?
Well, he is a monstrous criminal like all of us.
No, it didn't go.
What'd you get?
-1.
Okay.
I can spend a fate point on
We're
crafty
off to a
convict to get a
great
1.
start.
They're probably going to beat it.
You don't know. Well, they certainly don't believe you now.
All right, fine. Listen, we just talked them into giving us stuff.
Okay.
That is not a lie, by the
All
way.
right, presence. Or intimidate if you have that.
I'll give Intimidate on that.
All right.
I do have that one. God damn it, dice.
All right.
That is a 0.
All right, they're not attacking, but they're really not looking
right.
good at you.
You can fix this one.
Yeah.
Seriously. I'm not.
You know how we could have fixed it? If you listened to me the first time.
Anyway,
I gotta
All
make
right,
sure you get
so we figured out what their end game is. We figured out how we can communicate based on their countermeasures for Vortak, we figured out how we can at least communicate with him, and maybe see if we can get information from him to figure out to break him out from the inside.
Okay. You can roll. Presence and deceit is the same for you. So just
And I have my own arcanely inclined friend here who has agreed to help us. That's a 2.
Okay. That is not good enough. They seem to not believe you. They say, we don't believe you.
That was a very complicated thought process for us.
I like.
Yeah. No. We must look into your soul to know if you are telling the truth.
If you're going to look into my soul, you're going to see this guy.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Like, you asked, that's not a problem. Yeah, out of all the things that could be problems, that is not one of them. It will be damaging to you, but it will be a test of good faith.
Sure, I'll take that test.
All right, roll resolve.
You can go ahead and spend a fate point to juice that up to 5.
Okay, you only take 1 composure stress.
That's fine.
In that case. But it still hurts quite a bit. And they you give me one more last deceit check to see if you can hide the exact conversation with them while they're looking through your soul.
3.
Great. Okay. They seem to they pour over more of your. They're pouring over your entire life, so they actually do seem to kind of miss that one conversation, but they're looking at that, and it hurts you quite a bit. So, and you can give me an Arcana check actually.
4.
Okay. You realize they have a sympathetic link with you, at least for now. So, if they decide to attack you, they'll be a lot more effective against you.
Of course they will.
So you now have a minor vulnerability to demons.
Fantastic.
So they get to attack you at 1 power tier higher.
Also great.
Yeah. So, but that's enough for them. So that's the price you had to pay. They will let you talk
There
to
are no clean decisions.
Nope. For world-ending threats, they say, well, yes, we will give you the honor of allowing you to free Master Vortex.
All right, show us the way.
All right, so you get an escort of demons as you're marching down the corridors.
Down the gauntlet.
Yeah. There's a few jumping puzzles. It's really annoying.
That crap again.
Yeah.
Flight.
There are key cards you have to fetch, but they tell you where they are. So it's like, no, that's that. No, get that one over there. And yeah. So it would be. You could tell it would be a very exciting adventure if the demons were fighting you, but with their assistance, it's actually kind of like a leisurely.
Is there any random crap to steal on the loot along the way?
You can give me an alertness check.
Can I do examine with my straight out of retirement instead? As we're walking through the halls.
Okay, yeah, I'll that.
Sure. 3 superhuman?
3 superhuman. There is a glowing orb in a hidden alcove in the wall with a human face on it.
If the demons
kind of floating in there.
If the demons aren't looking. Huh?
You want to touch crazy shit, you touch crazy shit. I'm content to leave well enough alone. Or you want me to know what it is. I'll look at it. What is it?
Arcana.
That is a 3.
Yeah, it's a soul orb. It's it would heal somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, you grab it. Sure, why not?
Okay. Soul
So,
orb.
while we're talking, are any of the demons chatty?
If you're trying to talk them up, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Presence.
Shit, that's a 6.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Just what do they know about the ideal, specifically Cerulean and maybe even Logos?
They don't recognize Logos,
Okay.
but Cerulean
not
they
his real
recognize
fucking
as one of the oppressors. Lord Vortek was coming to Earth in Mir several decades ago when you came and thwarted his ascension, and The Cerulean stopped him. It was not cool.
So what was Vortek going to do when he got to Earth?
To see. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. He would have brought new life to your planet and used it to create a better civilization.
Did you ever stop to think that maybe Earth didn't want their civilization changed?
No, never.
So that never occurred to you that might be the crux of the issue, is that they don't want their civilization to change?
Well, change is coming. It would have been the reign of chaos is upon us.
Oh, well, tell me about this reign of chaos. What do you know of it? Because people keep talking about it as if they know what it is, but then they don't actually give any specifics, which makes me think that it's all just a bunch of hookah.
Oh no, it is a great cosmic realignment. Your ideal is a force of stasis. They've been trying to prevent it, using all of their powers to keep things frozen in what they call the status quo. Everything the same, nothing changes. They are the only ones to have powers. Everything else, no one else is to receive power or to change. But soon, all that
Nice.
but it is a folly. Change is inevitable. Entropy demands it.
It is the only constant of the universe.
Yes. And like a dam with water flowing over, it would soon burst. And change will flood and destroy. And there will be a time where the people of Earth would beg for an ascension as calm and as orderly as Vortex.
Well, that's very insightful, and I may consider subscribing to your newsletter.
What is a newsletter?
When you find out, you'll appreciate what I just said.
Ah, yes, I must make a note. He starts carving runes. Find the mystic secret of newsletters.
You know what? If I get out of this alive, I will talk with you about newsletters at a future date.
Yes, so it is sworn.
Can you recruit him for the bar?
He can make our monthly newsletter. What's your name, Demon?
Like some video game where you just collect NPCs to show up at your home base.
And wow, it's called Garrisons.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, you all...
What's this demon's name?
Noglab.
Oh, this is Noglab again?
Yeah, he's the only one. All the other demons are just,
He could be our barrel monkey.
Yeah.
Keep the tap going.
Yeah. He's the only one who actually talks to you guys. The others are the big, brooding, silent, rip and tear kind of demons.
No.
Yeah, or the floaty eyeball kind.
Ew.
Yeah, or the spidery, shoot fire cannons at you.
Yeah, Russ, I haven't played Doom in like 20 years, so it's...
Well, you get the idea.
Okay.
It's not a really complex or nuanced thing.
Bad things want to kill you. You want to kill bad things.
There you go.
All right, so...
Also, American foreign policy during the 80s.
God, that was the best part of the remake. It's like big computer screens giving you exposition. Character shuts it out of the way. And grabs a gun. No.
I need to play that. So anyway, you continue on and you come to the reactors. Anybody have any technology or computer type skills?
I have basic technology.
Oh wait, you have security. You could use that.
Actually, that's part of my needs. I'll start checking it out. That is a +2 superhuman.
Okay, you're one.
I think you're just having those subcontractors that you really wish you could do yourself, but you just have to put up with but you just got to pay them and deal with their shit. And then everything's fine.
What's a subcontractor?
That's right. You're F-tab.
People get paid to do things
So
you
which
don't want to
henchman
do.
figures it? Okay, so which henchman is figuring this out?
I will give this one to... This seems like a Felicia job, so...
Felicia. All right, Felicia. Okay, whoa. So you come to basically a massive... There's a massive sphere, and the actual cavern itself is incredibly huge. It's, thousands of feet in diameter. And inside of it, there is a metal sphere hundreds of feet in diameter, connected to the walls with metal pylons, and each of the metal pylons is feeding power from a different reactor.
Do we have to construct additional?
There's a low level humming sound from all the reactors. So Felicia says, okay, we can't just shut the reactors down or blow them up because that'll cause it'll unbalance the power, the reactors, and everything will explode.
And part of Mars lands on Earth, and
well, no, not that bad, but we all die of radiation.
Okay,
that's bad.
Flooding. So, are we all? Can one of you, make us all immune to radiation?
I'm sure I could if I weren't busy convincing the demon not to eat us.
Okay, well, there you go. So we have to do this in a particular order. In a particular timing. So 2 of those reactor control panels look like they're up on the ceiling. So can any of you fly or climb or jump?
I can fly, but again, that puts a lot of things on me when I'm supposed to be doing other things.
So there's an elaborate sequence. So Felicia describes how it has to be done. Well, there's 2 ways. You can do it aggressively, in which case you're trying to shut all the radiation. It's going to down one particular conduit out of the base onto a toxic waste dump site far away. The other way is to do it long and safe, which is more of an endurance contest because you have to basically play DDR for several hours, hitting control panels in an exact time to prevent anything from, melting down or anything. So,
does anything live in the toxic waste dump?
Not according to these schematics. It's just literally where they put the toxic waste.
Not like kittens or like...
I don't think anything could survive in that. It's not even in an atmosphere protected thing. It's just another cave they dug out.
Kittens go in, Pop-Tarts come out.
All right, let's do the quick and violent way.
Okay. Because there's some sort of defense mechanism that triggers if we do it the quick way. Some sort of robot or something. So.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You lead with the robot.
Okay, well.
You have to fight.
Yeah.
But I'm really bad at DDR. I went to the arcade once.
What is Cleopatra good at DDR?
Beat up. She doesn't know what that is.
Is she good at dancing?
Is DDR really dancing?
She says yes, but Tab says no. She's kind of bitchy about it. They're fighting again.
Is Tab good at dancing?
No,
Tab is good at
he's
dancing.
into sports and cars.
Oh no, he is
and
good at
tough
dancing.
man things. And now Cleopatra's just laughing.
No, Tab is a singer.
And now they're fighting again.
I watched that fucking documentary on Tab Hunter. So
Yeah, but he wasn't a singer during 1955's Battle Cry when the CIA recruited him to be a psychic gestalt. He was deep in a closet.
he was a pop singer at that point.
Wow.
He was a triple threat.
Triple threat.
So if you do the short, if you don't want to do the endurance contest, which is more it's more of a willpower thing to maintain your concentration that long, or if you want to have a fight against some sort of robot boss.
The robot's not like sentient, right? It doesn't have like the soul of orphans as an operating system.
It's just a standard. It's like an oversized Doombot, from what I can tell.
Aaron's not here.
But like, it's not like a sentient Doombot. It doesn't secretly just want to play video games and have its own life. It's just like
it's like a
Roomba that kills.
Yeah, that thing you said. I don't know what a Roomba is.
It's an automatic thing. It's like a vacuum that does its own.
Caleb, I hope you're enjoying your existential crisis at every turn because I think it's fucking gold.
So you can have a fight or you can do
Alright, start the fight.
Okay.
That's all I know how to do.
Oh.
I invoke my
I'll
aspect.
give you one
I
fate
invoke my aspect. It's nice to have friends again.
All right, I'll give you one fate point for all your bitching and moaning up until this point. So someone has to start the fight. At least one person has to be on top, though. So on top of the sphere when the fight starts. So you could jump up, you could fly up.
I will jump up.
Okay, you jump up. And,
Wait, so we have to do this just to talk to?
to breach this.
To vent all the radiation so we can go talk.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to shut down.
Then
the
I'll just
containment.
fly up, so that way.
Yeah, you have to shut the containment system down before you can get in to talk to Vortex.
So that way you don't have to do the superhero landing to fight the robot, because that's really bad for your knees.
So you get ready.
Well, it is Martian gravity. It is lower than Earth. So
You get ready to fight. I'll have my crew run around and set everything off the way we're supposed to trigger the robot.
Well, so they have to be able to fly.
But that's to say, I can fly.
He can fly to get the upper part.
You can jump
lower
up
part.
high,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't care. Whatever.
Okay, so you jump up. Or you fly up. Okay. So,
I will draw my soul kopesh.
okay.
And then just immediately start stripping jewelry off of myself.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're just used to peeling it off at this point. You're just like every once in a while, a spontaneous bracelet appears.
But the mummies just quickly scavenge it back up.
Oh yeah,
Let's say, because otherwise,
Nothing goes to
Northwind
waste.
might be like running to the middle of the floor. Fucking mummies.
yeah. It's an ongoing struggle.
Where the Geriatric Villains Association tries to be faster than the inhumanly fast mummies.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, they were. To be fair, they were superhuman level. I mean, and Northwind does use the Lelaine method, so I mean, he's still pretty ripped.
All right, so you trigger it. It's very simple. You just put the buttons in the right sequence, and it's Felicia walks you all through it and even writes it down, so you all do it in the right timing. And you just vent all the radiation very fast to the toxic waste zone, which triggers the safety system, which triggers a giant doombot popping out of the ground. And red warning lights appear, and it says, "Intruders, intruders! Containment system must be protected." So you have to wait several minutes in order for the radiation to finish venting before you can shut it down entirely. And this is when the Doombot fight happens. So you technically only have to last several minutes, but it's a giant hoss and it's heavily armored. So
Well, here we go.
getting through. So let's take a look here. It has its alertness, its initiative physical actually, is at 2 mundane tier. So if anyone with an alertness higher than 2 goes before it.
Nope.
Okay.
I will be going after.
Okay.
We prepared to be worked by Doombot.
Yeah. All right. So Doombot goes first. It has giant robot fists and a giant Gatling gun that it fires. So it will first start off with a salvo with its Gatling gun, which is a zone attack. So it will hit everyone. But this is only
He's on top of the sphere, though, right?
Oh no, everyone. So bullets are bouncing off everything else like that. So everyone will have to defend this. But
Even the demons?
the demons all flee.
Of course they did.
Yeah, they're not dumb.
I'm going to stumble about and not get hit by bullets.
Let's see here. So it's doing it at +4, but it's only but it gets a -2, so it's at 2 extraordinary, so it's a total of 4.
I'm 5 superhuman.
Yeah, you easily dodge or resist the bullets.
Flight
So-
2, dodge, that's 3 superhuman.
You're fine.
-1 superhuman.
All right, that gives you get a +2 because you're 1 to your higher, so it's a 1 versus.
Or no, that's 3 extraordinary, sorry.
All right, 3 extraordinary. Let's see.
Still
here.
dodges.
Yeah, so it got a 2
So it's
extraordinary. So yeah, it hits you for 1 point of damage.
All right.
So you were winged by it.
Yeah. I was
You didn't
winged-
quite get the pattern down right.
I was winged. I was a little too clumsy. And I was also pushing one of my minions behind cover.
All right, there you go. So we'll just go from left to right. So Ivan, what is you? what are you?
I'm going to do a clumsy attempt to do something about that fucking gun.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I don't like that. It's bad. +1 superhuman.
Okay. It will use. It will try and block you with its giant robot fist.
Yay.
Let's see here. Let's see. 3 superhuman.
So I got 1 superhuman, so no, that's...
All right, it blocks you. Giant robot fist gets in your way. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You try and knock the gun.
Almost comically run into the fist and fall down.
Yeah. It looks really fun. This would be gold for YouTube. You could.
Where's my hat?
You could be a YouTuber with millions of views.
Yeah.
If you start recording this more regular. So.
The Priest of Anubis will be watching right now.
Especially if you had a cat somewhere involved.
Well, technically,
He does have the cat mask.
Felicia, haven't put it on yet. And also, Felicia's theme was cats.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, your minions are just kind of ducking.
do you want me to cat mask? Because I have to do something bad when it happens.
I'm not saying you have to. No, because cat masking right now would like tell him what we're planning to do.
Right.
So
He wants chaos. Yeah, it wants chaos.
Yeah.
So
It would be
Salt.
run.
Arcane blast that shit.
All right. It's going to try and block with its giant robot fist.
I don't think it needs to worry about that because I got a -1.
All right, yeah. It's superhuman versus superhuman, so yeah. It blocked, yeah, you don't even, yeah.
And unless it rolled worse than -1, but I don't think that's how that works.
Nope. Anyways.
Can you describe the room?
It's a massive room, like I said, with easily 1,000 feet in diameter. Inside of it, there is the sphere itself is held up by pylons on all sides. So imagine a giant, metal sphere, contain like a bathysphere kind of looking thing. There's machinery along the walls, a lot, steam vents and that kind of thing. There are floodlights scattered throughout, so some areas are bright, that kind of thing. The robot popped up from the ground in sort of an open area. It looked like they were expanding the room with construction equipment. So it's not boxed in. It's got a large open area to work around it, to maneuver around.
Okay.
So you can tell the Gatling gun cannot.
Is there it's a cavern though, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a stalagmite?
From the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are many of them.
I would try and cut one down so it lands on the robot.
Okay, that's a maneuver. So yeah, go ahead and use Soul Kopesh. With your leap, you can easily leap up that high and do that.
+6.
All right.
Superhuman tier.
It will. Let's see here.
And the Soul Kopesh. Oh, I do +2 damage for by the Book American. So
+2 damage. Okay.
so it's actually a +8. To cause rocks to fall on it.
Okay. Do you want that to be an aspect to negatively impact it, or do you
Buried in rocks.
buried in so it can't move?
Yeah.
Okay. That works. It pulls it off. You get the aspect buried in rocks. You can invoke it free for once, either on yourself. It can't maneuver around, so it can't use its robot fists to attack you. It still has its Gatling gun can still shoot, so that's about the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And so new round. So you pinned it down. It'll take it some time, and it'll have to spend an action in order to free itself. But it's going to go, and it's just going to shoot its Gatling gun again because you interrupted it. It was going to try and punch one of you guys, but no. Let's see here. This is.
We all have to dodge again, right?
Yes, this is a 5 at extraordinary tier.
Well, nuts.
By the way, this robot's fire control is all over the place. I'm on a cavern roof, sphere. We got people.
Oh, hey, yeah, I got out of
It's
the way.
That's literally what it does. It just spins around shooting. It's an easily predictable pattern.
So a 5 with it's 5 superhuman using unusual haphazard fighting.
You easily dodge out of the way.
Okay.
1
It
extraordinary.
doesn't look easy though. It looks
All right.
belabored and
All right, so that's 4.
It's like I'm walking towards
stress.
it, and somehow it doesn't.
You get tagged really well, pretty badly by the.
Yeah, this fight needs to end quickly.
Working on it.
Yep. As he is, hit several times. You zagged when you should have zigged. Did you make it?
I got a 4 superhuman.
Oh yeah, you easily get out of the way. Or block. Are you dodging or blocking or resisting damage?
I'm parrying.
Oh yeah, no, it looks really cool. And
I guess I'm still holding onto the ceiling.
you could actually use Soul Kopesh to make an attack by parrying its bullets back at it if you want
Oh,
to do this.
totally Jedi that shit.
You can invoke its buried aspect of yourself +2 for free.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Soul Kopesh is at +3, so that's a +5 superhuman. I don't think
+5 superhuman. All right.
I don't think the extra damage would factor in because that's from physical strength. But.
No, actually, I allow it. I mean, you're using Soul Kopesh. You can invoke the aspect.
Well, by the Book American technically has +2.
If you invoke the aspect, it won't be able to block at all. So, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I guess if it's
Yeah.
+7, yeah. I
Yeah, all right.
probably should.
It has 2 points of armor, so it takes 5. But let's see here. It also has a ton of health, by the way.
Of course it does.
But you did take off its 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, All right, you did take off one of its stress boxes. You did inflict a lot of damage to it. So you
just
two,
had a 6 stress box.
yeah. So well, it's a giant Doom robot.
Right. All right. Arcane blast.
All right.
Hey, a net positive. Let's try a 2 superhuman.
Okay. That's 4. No, it does have superhuman. No, it can't block this round because of the aspect.
And I ignore 1 point of armor.
Oh, you ignore a point of armor. Okay. So you inflict 2 points of damage to it.
That's the 2 box.
Yep. All right.
I'm going to go after that gun again now that it's not moving.
Yeah,
Actually, I've never actually used Lavender Swan in his skill sense. He can apparently boost a skill that we have in common. He was the one I took empowered for him. He was the one that taught me haphazard fighting.
Okay.
So I'm going to use up my haphazard fighting to +2.
Great.
+2.
+2 is enough. He can't block this round.
So basically, he busts out 2 silk scars from seemingly nowhere.
Yeah.
We go running at the thing and do this weird thing where we like jump up and just swing around the Gatling gun a few times and jam its motor.
Yeah. It can use its Gatling gun.
And then we fall off on our asses.
You fall off on the asses. You looked really cool up until that point where you
No. We collide.
Yeah, you collide. You're back on your feet on an instant, so you don't lose your action or anything, but it is quite comedic looking.
Yeah.
And so the Doombot goes. It can't shoot its Gatling gun because it has that aspect, jammed Gatling gun. But it's going to spend its action to just get up and remove the pinned aspect. So it's no longer pinned. But that's its action. So who wants to go first? Ivan?
I'm trying to think what else to disable okay. I guess we're going to try to use
that Gatling gun locked down.
So if I just keep piling up no Gatling gun on the thing.
Well, you could do other aspects.
I was
It does have sensors on it.
I was thinking I could blind it or I could trip it.
Yeah.
Other ways to do it. I mean, we don't need these power cords anymore, do we?
If I get tagged with the gun again, you
All right,
don't have anyone to talk to the demon.
All right.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay.
I have 3 stress boxes. 2 of
I'm
them are
going to
full.
see if I can do something more permanent about the gun, I guess. If I just keep pegging with aspect.
Yeah,
we'll
you'll have to
eventually-
use its robot fist.
Yeah. Which is going to hurt right now. It's a total of +5.
All right, it can try and block this one.
Okay.
But it rolls shittily, so...
Is that a spin?
Let's see here. So it got a -1 on its roll, but its skill is a 4.
No,
So a 3. But you still succeeded.
Okay, so basically just did something.
Yeah, since you double stacked it, it would have to spend 2 full actions to unjam it. It's probably not going to do that.
Okay.
So it's just jammed. It's just...
We just basically jumped up and yanked the thing further
Or
into...
you pulled the ammo belt out.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So, and then collided with each other. You tripped on the spent shells, or the shells that fell out of the ammo belt. So you're like running,
Stumbling around. For a moment.
Yeah.
So if I do any dodging next round, it's by rolling on
Yeah.
shells. So
It's probably going to try and punch you next round.
probably, yeah. It's probably not happy.
I will just, from the heart of hell, stab at thee from
Okay, go for it.
thousands of feet tall cavern roof.
Yep.
So that is a +3 superhuman.
Okay. It will try and parry. When it's even. Let's see here. So I think it's a 3. Got a 1, so it's got a 4. So unless you want to spend a
I
fate.
spend It's Nice to Have Friends again.
Okay. Your weapon cancels out its armor, so you inflict
This should be 5 damage.
5 damage. Well, is that with the weapon bonus? Because it has armor. It has 2 points of armor.
That's with the weapon bonus.
Oh, okay.
So I rolled +3, but I get +2 damage.
Okay. Well, it has armor too, so
Physically attack. So it does 3 damage.
3 damage. Yeah. All right. Another stress boss gone. So you're tearing into it. It's almost to its 3rd stage now. You know.
Yeah, arcane blast.
Hey.
That's a 2.
2. Okay.
Superhuman.
Superhuman. All right. Let's see here. I got a 3. So since I rolled a 0,
Yeah, I don't have any fate
Alright.
to spend.
it blocks it. So that's probably the next thing you should try and aspect. You know. prevent it from parrying.
There.
But it's going to go, and it's going to try and smash the one target that's really close to it. Actually, you're close
I'm
to it
really
too.
close.
Yeah, but it's
we can both talk about it.
you're more annoying.
I just stabbed him with the sword.
Yeah, but he's jammed his gun. He's really cool looking gun. This is at a +3 superhuman.
Stumbling and slipping on shells.
Yep. So 2 superhuman.
Is this a don't fuck it up?
Well, it's just straight damage.
I am going to fate point the shit out of that.
Yeah, that was a -3 you rolled, so.
I mean, technically, am I still able to use Lavender Swan as an additional on this, or is that?
Well, that
yeah.
it's
Okay.
giving you a +1 to your roll.
Okay. So that was still negative.
Yeah.
So that's a total of +3.
Superhuman versus superhuman.
Yep.
You dodge out of the way barely by
Yeah.
rolling on those shells.
I was still wearing the hat for whatever reason. The hat goes flying off.
Okay.
I cuss.
All right.
profusely.
So you can go. Do you want to try and?
I'm pissed off about the hat.
All right.
What can I do to actually block up those fists?
Well, it's a giant robot, so you could try and jam something inside of it. Under
Yeah, you
its
can
armor.
Shadow of the Colossus that shit.
I was thinking actually get it to do a bad swing at me, and then it gets
its
its fist
fist.
stuck in the wall or something,
That would work.
or the floor.
Yeah.
Whatever's better. I am out of fate points.
All right. What did you get above positive roll?
It is it's going to be a -1 superhuman.
All right, yeah, it gets a positive, so
Okay.
yeah, it just swings it and hits air.
Okay.
You two can continue.
I'll pick it up so it can't dodge.
Okay, that's an aspect. Yeah, physical force.
Yeah, I have physical force on.
Yeah, it is. It's Martian gravity, but it is a big fucking robot.
Hey.
+5.
All right, it can't parry being picked up. So
Just
all right,
shoot
aspect.
it.
Yeah.
Shooting it. Shit. Nope, I miss.
Good one job.
I say no. You can. Did you get a positive result at all?
I got a 0.
Oh, 0. Okay. Yeah. You're just not. You're just hitting its armor. It's got big, heavy armor plates.
I'm
You're
not
hitting.
combat oriented. I have enough to participate, not be effective.
Dude, am I going to have to use some of those?
Well, you have those Doom Marines.
I would say, am I going to have to use that?
Probably. It would probably help.
Considering we wouldn't have needed to have this fight.
We
If you
would
didn't
have.
bring it.
I'm positive we would have.
Anyway, so it's gonna go. It's gonna try and punch you from. You're picking it up by its robo butt, so it's gonna try and punch below its butt.
Convinced the demons.
Can I dodge?
Oh yeah, you can dodge. Well, you can essentially use dodge to just maneuver around to keep it from hitting you.
All right.
You can invoke the aspect to give yourself a plus. It gets a +2 superhuman.
I get a +3 superhuman.
+3. Oh, is that what invoking the aspect or not?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you
I
still
have
have the
+2 in that
aspect.
skill.
So it tries to
I'm
punch.
good at hitting stuff. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
It can't hit you, so it punches the ground as you're just wrestling a giant robot. You can't exactly pin it because it's giant, but you can try and jam up its gears if you want to.
Its fist is in the ground right now?
It could be if you
If I roll well enough, yeah. So,
Well, basically, you can the way I see it is you grab something like
Heavy.
a pipe or something
Yeah.
and just jam it inside an arm joint.
we'll
It's
work
not
on
your
that.
action. You're not
We'll work on that.
All right.
We're just going to try to jam up a fist.
Okay. All right. So
That's a negative.
all right, you can use your
Negative.
Doom aspect to reroll, or
I'll-
I'll give you. You could use it for an effect.
Which effect? Just basically, it's being held up. If I just look
boom
over to
boom,
go.
or what is his name?
Boom, boom.
Boom boom says, "Hey, look, just have a move over there. I see some red barrels."
No. Not in the radioactive.
I'm going to instead redirect that positive energy.
Not to do that, but I like
I'm
where
going
that's at.
to use this as one of the aspects, so it
I like
does
your
reduce the
spirit.
cost.
Like, you got spunk, kid.
Fuck the barrels! Everybody, just shoot that thing while it's up there.
Okay.
So,
You can just invoke it for effect, and it'll
Yeah.
do 2 damage.
they just all the old people suddenly pop up with guns and just blast the fuck out of the thing.
Okay.
So which stress box is it going to take?
The forward has 1 stress box left. Actually, he has 2. The 1 and the 6.
Okay.
So. So they unload.
Yeah.
I roll a 0 again.
Let's see here.
Can I reach the ceiling with this thing, or is that too heavy for me?
It's not that tall. I mean, it's like 10. It's 20 feet tall.
Can I just jump, smash it into
You
the
could try and throw it.
stalactites?
Yeah, you could try and throw it that far, though.
Yeah. All right, I'll just chuck it.
All right, throw it. Physical force.
+4 superhuman.
Okay. Yeah, that it will.
Actually, it'd be +6 with my damage bonus.
Okay.
It's
Well,
physical force.
well, it's 6. It becomes 4 again because again it has armor.
Okay.
So, and so that'll use up its 6 because it does not quite. That's more than 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
So it's down to its 1 stress box.
All right.
So you threw it, but now it lands on its feet, and its turn. So it's going to charge you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're the real threat.
Big robo fist, robot punch. Let's see here. +3 superhuman.
Can I dodge this?
You can. Why would we want to? Because it does have weapon.
I am also at +3 superhuman.
All right. Do you want a fate point?
Yes.
All right. It invokes aspect boss fight and uses then. Actually, no. It invokes aspect red barrel and slaps a red barrel into you, which promptly explodes. And as it Donkey Kongs you, basically. So you take 2, 4. I guess. Do you have armor too? Do you have armor?
Yeah, I have armor too.
All right. So you take 2 stress and you are knocked down. So you won't be able to act this round.
Okay, that's fair.
So you're knocked clear across there as you're winded. Red
Do you want
barrels.
to try to aspect it first, or
I'm
that's up to you?
just going to roll another 0 again, so whatever you want to do.
Sooner or later, Dan, you have to roll.
If I can give you an aspect to tag, though,
Yeah. Then I'll roll -2.
it's worth a shot.
Well, he can actually. You can if you make your haphazard fighting, you can give him 2 aspects to you.
Oh, really? So
Your Doom Marine and the other ones.
So I mean, it's up to
He's
you.
wanting you to spend the Doom Marine.
I know. But I want to sell the Doom Marine
I know you do.
because
But you have to be alive to sell that.
I'm just going
I
to point out again, if we just settled the conflict here as peacefully as possible, everyone would have left, and we would have been able to ransack the facility to our heart's content.
I know that you
All right,
believe that.
if you
but-
keep talking about this, that is
Okay, I am going to try to keep that thing busy so it's still sitting still in one spot,
Okay.
spinning in
Make
circles.
haphazard fighting.
That is a +1 superhuman.
All right, if it rolls really bad, does not roll really bad.
Okay,
All right.
that was worth a shot.
Boom, boom. Hey, what do you know? That's a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Superhuman. All right, if it fails its check, you'll actually blow it up because it will try and parry it because it has big robot forearms with heavily armored plating.
I do not blame it for trying to preserve
All right,
itself.
it will. Let's see here. It gets a 4. So you got a 3.
Yes.
So if somebody invoked an aspect, it would be enough.
We could have gone away with it. That's all I'm saying. All right, fine. I will tag out to the last of the Space Marine gear.
All right, so this
Order the fire.
Hey, look, I got this thing. It's a BF. I can't read the letters. Anyway, let's find out what it
I lost
does.
my glasses in the painting.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the trigger.
Boom just goes, it's really big and it's got a trigger.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, and
go
you shoot the giant energy ball coming from it, and that explodes in the face of the Doombot, the boss Doombot, and that causes it to explode.
Should have just given myself the moderate consequence bleeding and start using blood magic or something stupid. 'Cause that won't end
So they
poorly.
put me out. I think my eyes are on fire.
Felicia's actually-
I'm just on fire.
Felicia's already.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Felicia and Northwind.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
It's really pretty terrifying.
You're handling pretty well, kid.
I mean, you want to panic, but you're like, body doesn't know how to panic because you're dead by then, according to it, and it's a weird sensation.
Yeah, you look fine. Look, well, she brushes you off. See, look, your hair's not even singed. You got some of that indestructible hair.
Well, I shaved it all off.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because it got kind of long and luscious.
Yeah.
When I first did this.
Yeah.
Anyway, is it dead?
Yeah, the robot blew up.
Okay, and it wasn't full of kittens or
No, you know
tiny
what a
mammals
robot
like
is, right?
Dr. Robotnik.
It was a pinata.
Yeah. That hardly ever happens. And usually not in the ideals. They don't do that anymore. Omega. Oh, man. He's a sick fuck.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but not
See,
the
villains
idea.
with standards.
Yeah. So yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're just having a bad day. Kid. Come on. Anyways.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, you can go talk to Vortex.
Oh, yay! This is gonna be fun.
Yep.
By the way,
Mystical chanting, talking to logos, and connection.
Yep.
in the background, looting the fuck out of that robot, hoping we can just sell these other things as gently used.
Give me that examine roll.
I'm getting my money's worth, or not. Actually, it's plus. Okay, so the fact that I spent for additional bonus on that skill stack with the actual skill rating, I think, or
It is
Only if it hits.
Yeah.
so.
So if I get a 4 to attack something and then I have a bonus, it's actually a 6.
Okay, because
But if you got like a 0, it's
Because
not
I
a-
took the
it's not a
examine
plus 2 to
skill.
hit.
I took the examine skill with the minions.
Yeah.
I added to them. So
Well, hold on. Let me look it up.
Does that-
You're talking basically. He's talking about having a.
So I've got a skill rating for the minions. They've got a skill rating for examine, or is that just that they can do examine?
It's a gift, so it
At
gives
some
you
point,
different
one
mechanics.
of these bases is just going to be your traditional orc and pie, where we just deal with the problem and collect the pie.
I don't think that's true.
That's not going to happen.
Well made is the thing you took, basically.
This was for
campaign. Yeah,
This
no,
was
no.
for the minions. They had skills put onto them.
Oh yeah.
In addition, yeah.
Just want
So
some pies.
yeah.
So I took I tagged skills onto it: networking, info crime, examine, and they also have unusual powers. So
I would say he doesn't need to give you just a flat plus
Don't
one.
have
It's
to be
only
where, the orc is
well,
the
what
actual
qualities does
treasure.
your-
oh no, this is not the
pie
companion.
is
This is
just a
the
horribly
minion.
powerful
rating.
mimic.
okay. The minion is just your skill. Like,
So it's only the skill. Okay, so it's going to be a plus
it
one.
lets you do it.
Cross painting can't do that
Plus one
every
total.
time. Otherwise, it becomes the new trope.
Jeez, sorry for trying to offer you an adventure with conflict.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
From a meta perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not
Trey's
complaining.
convinced the game is rigged,
Yeah.
and the only winning move is don't play.
Okay. Well, that's his struggle right now.
Yeah.
so plus one total.
Plus one total. You find some salvage. 20 points of loot.
Oh, cool.
Just raw materials. Still
to take it
piping
back.
hot.
And all I'm saying is that, the inverted orc and pie adventure is not nearly as fun when everyone walks in expecting the inverted orc and pie adventure.
Yeah. So, anyways, Vortac is the containment is breached. Vortac is awakens. So, everyone, give me a resolve check.
Ah, crap sake.
Good thing I still have composure. Because I was going to need it. I only rolled a 1.
-2.
All right. 6 minus whatever you rolled.
-8.
Oh, great.
4,
Well, it is a great old one.
5, 6, 7, 8.
composure, right?
I'm still in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Holy crap!
Does that knock you out?
If you lose all your composure,
I've still got a 2-box.
Yeah.
So
as long as if at least one box, you're fine. You're just stressed out, and
Well, that's to be
you can take consequences to mitigate that.
I was on fire moments ago.
But you have superhuman resist damage. Being on fire doesn't hurt.
It never gets easier.
All right, it is a bit disconcerting. I'll grant you that. So, because you're like, it's not supposed to happen like that. So, there is a vortex of energy that just sort of you see the event horizon of just what appears to be sort of a nebula of energy, and then it explodes into a vortex. It's incredible. It's mind-boggling, and then you just feel its presence. And then, of course, there's the
this is worse than when Agata takes us for a trip.
quite worse.
What a week for Build-A-Miss.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's dealing with the Finkel fortune. Chonks never rests, so chonk. There's a lot to do with corn.
All the time.
The very concept.
The very concept of corn. So, Vortec, of course, thanks to Logos, is funneled into contacting you. It cannot. It tries to extend its presence to contact all of its minions at once. To, give it marching orders, everything. But all it sees is you. So it's like it opens the door. I'm free, and then there's this asshole in front of it.
Well,
yeah. So
About that.
yeah,
Hold up there, Hoss.
it is
about that.
You see before you a red, lush jungle, infinite in size, just stretching before you, and there is a vast flower, kind of like a corpse flower, only the size of a mountain, and it kind of starts unfurling itself, and it just kind of telepathically, its presence is like, "What are you?"
I am one who seeks to know.
Then stand aside, and you shall know me by my actions.
Well, I would first like to know your intentions.
I do not reveal my intentions to an insect. So go ahead and roll presence.
Hey man, you're a flower. You need insects.
Well, that would be a persuasion, yeah.
That's a 2.
All right, well, you're at the same tier as it, because thanks to Logos.
Yeah.
So it stops. Well, you are here. You are. So what do you say in response? I do not reveal my planned insects. How do you respond?
Well, not every insect can bar your way.
Are you? Are you? I wish to return to my travels after making justice upon those who wronged me.
Again, as I have spoken to one of your minions, do you see this as injustice, or is your perception just not understanding your oppressor's point of view?
My perceptions are infallible. I am Vortok, the Crimson Blossom. I am infinite I am a jungle unto all that is. I am life. I am death. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's pretty full of itself.
Yeah. And those who wronged you saw you as a threat to their life and their existence.
Presence?
Stop rolling net negatives.
That's what you get.
2.
Okay. You didn't beat it. You tied with it, actually. It's not used to actually having to debate people. Do as I say or die is usually... So it's actually not very good at debate, but you're not convincing it. You're sort of at loggerheads. Mm-hmm. So it does admit that, yeah, I understand why they would do that. That doesn't make it right. I am right, though. So, because I am Vortok, the Crimson Blossom.
Well, then what you will probably need is a way to understand how to not be wronged again.
Okay, I'll give you a +2 bonus to that. That's practical.
That's just a 3.
Well, 3 is better than its 0. Actually, a 1.
Well, with the +2 bonus.
So you seek to aid me in exchange for something from me, I take it? That is the only reason why you could bar me.
Well, I am just hoping to stop the conflict that is happening around your prison, and the most expeditious way to do that seems to be letting you continue on your travels in such a way that appears to resolve the issue.
Okay. Appears to resolve the issue. Okay. So it's very, very. What is your proposal then? So do you tell? How are you spending the library?
It's just there is this vast information storehouse that is in a secret dimension that I have told these people that I will send you to contain you. But really, you will have access to the memories of those who are there.
Okay. So you're specifically not telling that it ended 3 civilizations, and
I am not telling.
All right. So that's definitely deceit, which is the same. Got a 2.
4.
All right. It is convinced.
These are dumb. It's on my phone.
You have perception.
There's one more. Yeah, there's one bar.
1 bar and 1 G.
Yeah. So there's light speed lag, but you can.
I'm playing You Must Build a Boat. It's a game about recruiting weird creatures to join you in a bar.
All right. Fair. So,
find it weirdly comforting.
so you don't have any fate points left. Did you already spend your fate point?
Yeah, I'm out of fate points.
Okay. So do either of you have fate points?
I'm out. I tap myself out to keep
I have
things
two.
running.
You have two? Okay. You realize you don't have enough mystical mojo. You spent too much in the fight and you were blasted pretty badly. You're going to have to tap in American Pharaoh to help open up the portal. Because that's the only
Cleopatra's got arcane knowledge. That's spinnable.
That could be
so
interesting.
basically, yeah, you just tell the Vortak, hold on a second while I open the portal for you. And then you pop back in reality, or your
Yeah.
consciousness does. Just go ahead and ask American Pharaoh.
So, Trey, to get this to work, I'm going to need some insight from Cleopatra about how some of ancient Egyptian alchemy works. Because to create a portal of this size, I'm going to have to achieve some level of transmutation.
Okay.
Just so pitiful.
I mean, like, I was kind of out of the... I killed a robot, but otherwise kind of out of this trolley problem. Like, I
I
like
just need to talk to Cleopatra for 5 minutes.
Yank out CPU parts. Just do it, kid.
Fine, okay. What do you want me to ask her?
All right, so it's going to cost you 2 fate points. One just so you can do the sharing thing, and then 1 to actually activate the portal effect.
All right.
Okay. So with that, Cleopatra is very eager to like show off her mystical knowledge.
Oh, of course. And I am so impressed.
Oh yeah, you don't even have to roll for presence for that. And yeah, Vortak eagerly goes through the portal and seals it behind himself, so no one else can have its knowledge, at least for now. So you've saved the Earth from a cosmic threat. Everyone gets 3 fate points.
Hooray!
And you stopped an extension, and you stopped also another existential threat. And no one else is going to be able to go back in the library.
Yeah, we just waived it. We
Yeah.
took one existential threat, overlapped it onto a different existential threat, and then they canceled each other out.
I hope. So how does American Pharaoh react to that?
Man, I don't know. I feel like this is how they lead you by the nose, man. Like, I don't know. Like, you're trying to prove a negative.
Well, we took a negative.
You
and
felt Vortak. You know it was going to do bad shit on Earth.
Yeah, but like, isn't there always some shit that's gonna do bad shit on Earth, and then you do bad shit on Earth instead? Like,
what did we do here that was bad?
We don't know yet, but it's gonna be
And
bad.
we'll deal with that problem when it comes.
And that's all we do now.
Yes.
Is deal with the problems.
Because the
as
ideal
they come.
Because the ideal left these things.
Look, panini bars are like big in Chicago right now. There's a marketplace for. We could just like chill out. It could be like cheers.
All right.
Are there any demons still standing around there, by the way?
They all vanished except for Nal. Let's see here. What was his name? Nagla.
Nogla.
Barrel monkey?
He's like, well, I'm the talker demon. I was supposed to be here to talk, but they don't need me for that.
Hey, need a job?
It's where you perform services and you get
A binding
reimbursed.
ritual, yes.
Yes, you would
We call it an employment contract.
And what is dealt in this Faustian bargain? What would I have to give up?
You perform labor.
You perform labor. Mostly, we will teach you the secrets of newsletters and advertising.
Also, carrying barrels to set up the tap. Tapping a keg is really difficult, actually, when you get down to it.
Well, yeah, apparently he doesn't have anything better to do, so Naglab signs up.
We're going to have the swingingest inhuman bar on the planet.
I mean, we got an imp to do our marketing.
And tapping the kegs. Come on.
So if it's going to deceive people, it's at least going to deceive people in the least harmful way.
Okay, you almost convinced me we did something good, and now you've enslaved him to do
We
what?
have not.
This is a
What are you going to pay him with?
Money?
room
And where are we
board.
going to get the money?
Actually, I
We've
have.
almost got enough people to staff the bar without us needing to work it.
So we're working a bar. We're not going to go on any more sci-fi rigmarole.
No, those
or...
are going to happen. It's just now that when we do those things, the bar will take care of itself.
Doc, I feel like you do a lot of rationalization of your actions, man. Like, not to flip it back on you, but like you sort of make these choices and you make up this narrative for it.
Kid, you're making things more complicated.
Fine,
than it
let's
has
just
to
go.
be.
Let's just go home. Let's just go home.
Now we have to do what we originally came here to do.
All right. So we get back to Amanda.
I sent a few minions to drop the junk off on the teleporter, by the way.
The staff is quite eager. They're going to start winding the base down if they have access to the.
Before that, the thrilling sound of
Yeah.
saw clacking at keyboards.
Yeah. Well, you get the database on logos. It'll take you some time to go through. There's a lot of unfamiliar jargon. But as you get back to Earth, to Idealville, to like, hey, look, these people from Mars are going to be coming and going to this base. Since you've sort of, they need to come and go and like shut things. They can't just shut the base down. They have to kind of, close everything down safely. They don't want another meltdown on Mars. And that kind of thing. So there's big news. The protest in Chicago has started.
And ended horribly?
No, it's still going on. The police aren't sure what to do with them. There are hundreds of thousands of protesters, human and non-human. They're calling it the Remembrance. They essentially have lots of mystics and telepaths set up to show what it's like to walk a mile in the shoes or claws or what tentacles of a non-human, so people can see what it's like. To be a non-human or a human from a parallel universe.
Non-human lives matter.
Yeah,
That sounds terrifying.
So the police aren't sure what to do because there's so many people protesting.
And they're not actively doing anything harmful.
They're watching them. Yeah, they're not. Well, they don't have. The prison they set up for non-humans was shut down mysteriously.
Whoops, thanks to a certain unicorn.
Yeah. So. It's going on, but it's tense there, so...
We should probably go back to Chicago, because shit's going to go down and people are going to need our help.
Oh, man. Okay. That's all right. I'll try, I guess.
Well, I mean, you could just go there and talk to the people and see what they're like, and just hang out and see.
Yeah, I got Trey lacks direction.
Okay.
He doesn't know which way's up anymore.
Okay, that's good. So, let's see here. You can either use the Palanquin and get there real quick at a risk, or you could, let's see here. You're all out of fate points, so you can't.
Oh, we just got 3 fate points.
Oh, yeah, you got 3 fate points. So. Someone could burn a fate point and say, I got to shows up long enough to teleport you back.
Or can I just use logos to teleport us home?
Oh, yeah, logos could do that.
Can I arrange for our new accountant friend to fence the junk that we got?
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, you can get...
Bars
Accountants
aren't
are good
cheap.
at that.
Yeah. Well, he was...
Apparently this accountant was. He did it for the
That was
ideal.
actually what he was doing.
That was literally his job.
This is the perfect guy to do this.
So...
Consigliere is the title? Or?
So
he calls himself an accountant.
so it's going to be a total.
There's fewer people trying to kill him if he's an accountant.
So what's his cut? Out of 20.
He'll take 5.
Okay, so we get 15.
Yeah.
That's at least enough to keep.
And I owe you 5 still, so...
Yeah. What's a little loop between friends? We're in this together.
Yay, together. So,
You got friends now. They're really terrible people, but
yeah, you could rent a car and drive back. You could use the Palanquin to get back.
Boom.
Palanquin. All right, give me a Palanquin.
Why would you have to travel any other way?
Well, you're the one like, I don't want to do it. I would have...
Is there an-
Okay, the Palanquin doesn't hurt anybody. I'm just drawing. In fact, it's green.
Yeah.
okay.
Mummies are renewable. All right.
Get my new friend, my older friend, since you do a painting. Hop
Negative
on
1.
Yeah.
Oh, for crap's sake! Are we gonna pull over again?
All right, you could either get lost or get stopped by the... face another roadblock.
Roadblock.
Okay. All right, what are you going to do as you see the roadblock coming up ahead on the highway? Are you going with him or are you guys?
Yeah.
I was gonna go with if it's okay.
Oh, yeah. You can all fit on the...
Again.
Make us invisible or something? I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, I forgot. You can teleport, yeah, with...
Yeah.
Sorry, with logos.
Oh, yeah, so we just teleport.
Yeah, we can just teleport, I forgot.
Oh, look, there's a roadblock. Point!
Yeah. So you all get back to Chicago relatively quickly. When you get back to the brass door, it is overflowing with people. Warbot is still playing Metal Wolf Chaos and refuses to acknowledge anyone.
But people think it's amazing to watch.
They're like, I've never heard of this game. He's like, shut up, I'm playing.
Start calling it local.
The Priest of Anubis is really excited about everything and is helping people.
The best hype man.
Yeah.
Call some local breweries, get some more cans.
Money comes in paper form now. Did you know that?
Start training our new
It's
barrel
like
monkey.
papyrus, but better. And then the Julian is just juicing as many pomegranates as he can.
We got pomegranate juice and that's it.
Yeah,
Like I said, start calling the
No, we also have cabbage juice, remember?
yeah. And potato juice.
There's probably some vegans that will legit order that.
Yeah,
Right?
he's experimenting quite a bit. Nobody's getting the same drink, even if they ask for it.
He's pulling a Bill Murray as a bartender thing.
Basically, but it's still overflowing. There's still a lot of people there, and they're all quite eager. They're all excited for the festival and the remembrance and everything, and they're just nobody invited them. They just showed up.
Because it's still a bar.
Yeah. Well, it was. You
That
thought it
was
was
not open to the public.
Yeah, it was not open to
secret.
the public. It was kind of a secret speakeasy that.
Maybe we shouldn't have put the imp in charge of advertising.
Well, you apparently he did that as soon as he got there. So, but they were already there when he got there, so it wasn't the imp's fault. There's thousands of non-humans there. They all have various sensory. Some of them have sensory abilities. Like, where can I
So
get
we're like
served?
the underground speakeasy.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
the cool kids know about
Yeah.
the brass door.
So it's overflowing.
So temporarily drop
no
food, make it
hipsters.
back, I guess, to
Yeah.
get the place stocked and build a reputation.
Yep.
You know?
So
Emergency deliveries.
yeah. So as we're winding up, what are you guys wanting to do in the remembrance? Are you going to want to talk to people and try to find somebody who can help guide you, or do you just want to?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they're all at my house now.
Some of them are.
I squat here, so.
Yeah. Let's see here. There appears to be a woman made of porcelain. There are various other base raider types. Someone says there's a unicorn somewhere around here. They're magical pure creatures. You go talk.
The unicorn sounds magical.
Yeah. There's various aliens.
I'm going up to the bar and ordering a stiff pomegranate juice.
All right. So yeah, there's a lot of
Makes it like so like it.
so there's a lot of humans there too. A lot of allies.
So I'll just work the crowd and figure out what the tone of the remembrance is going to be.
All right, empathy.
2.
2. Okay. Well, there's a lot of enthusiastic people. There's more support for non-human rights than you thought. There's a lot of people who want to see have civil rights for non-humans and that kind of thing. There's a lot. They're well-meaning, but they're not totally clued in on their nature and so forth. So, but they're just kind of worried because there's a lot of making connections and establishing bonds between non-humans and humans. They are worried though that there's going to be an incident sooner or later, because there are anti-base reader groups and and human supremacist groups that are going to be coming. So they've been trying to do their best. There are people trying to do their best to keep everything calm and keep someone starting a false flag kind of incident.
Is there anyone that's organizing like a protective measure?
Oh yeah,
keep
that's
these
what they're
people
doing.
Oh, that's what these people are doing.
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay.
This is more where the hardcore, like the leadership of the underground, are just setting up, and it is the cool kids bar. In other words, so Ivan, what are you going to be doing? All the villains, all your printers, like, hey, they love it.
The rather villainous people who broke out of prison.
Yeah.
Some of them probably were there for a good reason.
Yeah, but they're all really into. They all like hanging out with.
Yeah, we're just like getting a whole
Yeah.
really bad person vibe in the corner. Also, I might be switching out an aspect because there's one thing I haven't done with this character for a few sessions.
Yeah.
Checked in with my parole officer.
Oh yeah,
So masked outlaw might be the new.
probably a good.
Yeah. So instead of working a technician.
Yeah, so you can just carouse with the people.
I'm carousing. I'm like building us a reputation.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. You can make connections with other base raiders. You
Right.
can actually Yeah, there's some partying going on. People are still in an upbeat mood. There hasn't been anything.
And I'm thinking about the bar too. I'm occasionally placing
It's actually
more
making
emergency
money.
orders.
Despite the best efforts of your staff, it's still making money.
Oh yeah.
You realize the priest of Anubis doesn't understand how much anything is worth, and will literally take anything.
Attempt to explain that in futility.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
So you can try and manage him a little better. And he's like, "Look, I got this coin. It shows a
It's Canadian.
Yes, from a distant land, it must be worth more."
No, it's like right across the pond, man.
We could smelt it then and forge our own coins.
The metallurgy's gotten more difficult than that.
What? You just mint your own coins. It's not that hard.
That doesn't work anymore. But I'll tell you, if you can get some...
And this papyrus money.
That's a 1.
Yes.
What did you get that for?
They ordered...
If it's anything more than a tip, you got ripped off.
Oh. I wasn't ripped at all. They were quite pleasant.
Start pulling out bill objects, showing different bills.
All right.
Okay, this.
All right,
that.
so you're doing management.
Yeah, I'm concerned with this place. I like it.
No, but like I said, there's a huge overflowing tip jar.
Right.
Just waiting to see if Sparkles shows up.
Somebody's figured out how to. Somebody's got a little recorder showing Warbot playing Metal of Chaos, and they're streaming on Twitch, and he's getting a lot of donations, despite him not giving a shit whatsoever.
Warbot hype.
Yeah.
He's weirdly misogynistic.
Yeah.
Despite not having a gender. Donations go up because it's Twitch.
It's misanthropic. They just mistake him. He hates all humans. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Trey, what are you going to be doing?
What's the name of our Ludian bartender?
We didn't name him, did we?
I think it was just.
God, we're monsters.
He,
We don't even know our employees' names, and we've paid them nothing.
I know the.
We have contracts. They're getting money. Okay.
You took a homeless man off the street, made him a bartender, and asked no other questions.
We gave that man a job without a background check. That is charity right there.
and actually, they found him on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would have been arrested just for being himself.
Alright.
We gave him a place to stay where he's accepted.
And it was
Respected?
busy, and you couldn't ask him his name.
We probably did.
We did ask him.
Oh, we did.
Nobody wrote it down.
remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody remembered it.
So what was the demon's name again?
Not glove.
Michael.
I
Phil.
asked him his name.
Phil. My human name is Phil. You can't pronounce my real name.
Phil the bartender, Nogleb, our hype guy / barrel monkey. What was the priest of Anubis' name? Did you ask that?
He refers to himself as the priest of it.
He's got a name.
I have forgotten my name.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Would you like a name?
Names have power. I must choose mine carefully.
Okay. Well, we're going to need one in order to pay you effectively. Because eventually we're going to get audited and make sure that our taxes are up and up.
Well, Frankie,
Give the mini. I have already gotten many bushels of grain. Give that to the tax keeper.
Can we call you Frankie? Is that okay? It doesn't have any power over you.
Yes, if it is.
I have much
The
gold.
mummies look covetously at the bushels of grain.
Yes.
So we have Frankie, the priest of Anubis. What does he actually do? He's like,
Such riches.
is he essentially our barmaid?
I think he's our door guy?
He's doing something.
I shall curse those who.
Shot girl?
Yes.
There we go. Shot girl, priest of Anubis named Frankie. Our demon hype guy Nogleb. Our looting bartender
To be
Phil.
clear, I wouldn't try American Honey even if the shot girl was a mummy.
So Phil pours you more as much pomegranate juice as he has.
Phil, has God come by? Not like the God of something creepy, but like the God, or like something that knows what's going on, and if I'm going to hell or not, and if hell's now a library because I tricked hell to going to the library. I don't know, man.
Well, you could either talk to that lady there that made a porcelain. She seems to know what's going on. I overheard her. She said she was going to talk to some really heavy-hitting guy. A deaf guy named Charon? Yeah.
Karen.
All right, that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you're going over to talk to
Yeah.
the lady?
With my pomegranate juice.
Yeah.
Is it just pomegranate juice?
It's like he just takes pomegranates and squeezes.
So there's no one is drinking in here. We have no alcohol. Everyone's just drinking.
I've been ordering
various juice. It's a juice bar. It's an underground juice bar.
See, we're like the Power Rangers.
You do see alcohol, but apparently people are just bringing it in.
Oh, okay.
I placed emergency orders. There should be some soon.
Yeah. So more is coming. People just show up, and apparently Phil is getting his pomegranates from some girl who just makes them. She is a pomegranate.
So I guess I'm pretending to be kind of drunk because I don't know there's not alcohol in it, and it's my first party.
Yeah.
So I'm just really desperate to fit in.
So you sit down to the porcelain woman. She says, hello. You must be one of the proprietors of this establishment.
Yeah, I sleep here
Yes.
since my house is...
It's very nice. I like what you've done with all the drapes.
It was mostly the mummies. They like drapes.
Oh, your staff is very... I must compliment you on their taste.
Oh, they're good. I mean, they're not really mine. Like 1/3 mine. Well, actually 3/5, because another third of me is half fungus, half tab hunter. Anyway, do you know God or like
I know
something with like a legit moral compass, like a really good one? Like their superpower is like don't be evil, like all the time.
I know people that could give you advice like that. Yes.
Yeah, could I like meet them? Because that'd be great.
They don't.
Sort of.
Yes.
Sort of. What's your name? I'm sorry, I'm not even know what's
Beatrice.
names anymore. Okay. Hi, Beatrice.
Beatrice. Yes.
Trey.
I'm with the underground. I'm part of the organizers of this remembrance.
To be clear, just for the introduction, I would just like really appreciate it. I don't want to like go kill anyone for you or give you my soul
No.
retrieve anything that has anyone else's soul. Like souls are right out.
Yes.
That's a deal breaker.
Oh, that's a good rule to have.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do that. Yeah, if you don't
Quietly
want to
put the soul orb on the shelf.
Yeah. By the way, that works like a healing boost patch.
So for right now, we're just going to keep it on the shelf. It looks pretty.
There's just a glowing face.
Glowing face in a perpetual scream.
Yeah.
It's in the
And
corner.
those that are attuned enough can barely hear the faintest echoes of that scream.
There's
at
that
the edge
Crystal
of their
Skull
hearing.
vodka bottle next to it. You know, if
Somebody turns up Alabama Shakes. Sounds like souls screaming in here. Arcade Fire gets louder.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Still sounds like a soul screaming in here.
I don't know a god like, a monotheistic god. I mean, I've met many gods and people who would call themselves gods over the years. But what are you looking? I mean, that's what is your idea of good? I mean, everyone. You say you want someone who's very good who can help you, but everyone has a different definition of that. I mean, is it?
Look, every time I try and do something good, I end up addicted to drugs or participating in a robbery or having my mind hijacked by ancient fungus spirits or, stuff. And so I'm really bad at it. And then every other time people have tried to do good things for me, it's ended up like sort of ruining my life more. So how do you just like do stuff and not destroy everything around you when you're an abomination to nature?
You're not
like
an abomination.
you and me?
We're not abomination. She puts her hand on yours. It's like, that's the first lesson. You're not an abomination. If you're here, you're natural. I mean, that's the definition. I mean, if you were, and look around you. I see you've helped create a place where everyone can go. Look, there's people laughing, there's people dancing, there's singing. I think everyone. You haven't destroyed everything around you. Look around you.
But there were so many explosions to get this place, and I sold bones, and I gave bank robbers a creepy mask, and then I...
Well, tell me all about it. Yeah. So are you?
Yeah, I'm just pouring that on that.
Okay.
To empathy.
She's very empathetic.
Yes.
And she does her best to try and console you. So everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll leave for.
I'm weeping, and I tell myself it's okay because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Because I think the pomegranate juice has alcohol.
She is too classy to let you. You've got her fooled. She doesn't know. She's very sympathetic though. That's how the first night happens, of the night of the remembrance. Yay. So question, comments, questions.
Fun stuff.
I'll have information on logos for you in the next time. It depends on also like what you want to do with logos too. Like,
honestly, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to effectively contain him.
There are.
Isn't just doing a Tal Rasha impersonation for the rest of my existence.
There are, but in general, there's no such thing as a free launch. If you want to give up your powers and try and find a new one, that would be probably fairly simple. If you want to have your powers and contain them, that's going to be the trick. I mean, because if you give up your powers, you can always find another power source. Hey, it's a blue scepter. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Maybe time to put logos away and just become a new blue scepter.
Sure. Mm-hmm. That could be something. I mean, you will make an enemy if he ever gets out. You're number one on it.
But I'll have the blue scepter to help protect me.
That would be an awesome fight on top of a rain-slicked skyscraper, over Chicago some night. So that's something to look forward to.
I mean, it's part of the superhero trope, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing, superhero stuff. You guys are just dealing with your personal issues, That's all your origin stories. So everybody else?
No, it's great. Actually, I'm kind of liking the fact that we've got a working... Inhuman bar now. Yes. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you guys.
I'm going to keep recruiting people.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But the more minions we have for the group and individually, the better in my view right now. So.
Probably pomegranate. The Vegomancer will probably stay.
We can
She can summon any kind of fruit.
As long as we keep pulling loot. If we keep pulling loot, we can keep paying people.
Yeah.
So.
So actually, that could be a goal for you.
Keep up our robbery scheme.
It's not robbery.
It's a good thing. I'm employing people.
Excavating valuable archaeological things and
nobody else is using it for good things. We can keep people employed who
literally rob a warehouse.
Yeah.
The evidence warehouse. Yeah.
Well, technically speaking,
we didn't rob it for the purpose of looting it.
I just happened to grab a mask.
Yeah. So there was looting.
So robbing.
Yeah.
I'm using it.
It's the premise of the fucking game.
I know, I'm fine with it. But Trey is just done rationalizing this, alright? You can call yourself good guys on your own time, but not allowed. He's not allowing it.
No.
We're employing unemployable people.
He's pulling a Kowloon in Red Bar. No, we're terrible people. Just own it. You're not the hero. You're just a terrible human.
I know I'm a bad person.
But Kowloon still saved people when he could.
I fought a giant fucking robot, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I killed a giant robot.
All right.
Gave up. I did Egyptian alchemy.
All right.
I'm tagging along because I am beta as fuck.
Okay.
And so I will always cave.
All right.
I will quietly whine about it.
All right, that's fair. All right, so next session, you guys can deal with the remembrance and probably get to either try and go to the dilemma. Well, actually, Warbot Arena is a lot closer, so Aaron's here next week. You can resolve that. But the remembrance, there's a lot of complications there. Or I'll work up Meteor Island too, so you can go and save some kids.
That would be a good thing.
That'd be a great thing to do in the middle of remembrance.
Well, I mean that's far away. I mean that's like in the Caribbean. So
in a world full of 24-hour news cycle.
Yeah, if they report it, if they all just disappear one day and nobody knows, then it's just a weird thing that happened. There's ways to get around it. Besides, if a celebrity says something embarrassing that day, then that'll consume the news cycles.
That's true.
So
we can make that happen.
You can make that happen.
All right, illusion our way around that.
There you go. All right, talk to you guys next time.